So, this is something very special for all y'all. We're gonna be translating spiritual text into spiritual rap. I am Darbojo, the elevator, creator, the master, maker. Come get some. And we're gonna be reading Don Miguel Ruiz's The Four Agreements. Ha ha, a practical guide to personal freedom, a Toltec wisdom book. So let's get it, y'all. Beat by Fat Cats, by the way. Shout out. Y'all come get some. Elevated by you and I. Here we go. Yo, the copyright 1997. Don Miguel Ruiz. Miguel Angel Ruiz, MD. Oh gosh. Here we go, y'all. To the circle of the fire. Those have gone before, those who are present and those who have not yet come. Let's get it. Here we go, the introduction. Feel the function. Come get some. Elevated by. Thousands of years ago, the Toltec were known all throughout the southern Mexico. The women and the men of the knowledge. Anthropologist has spoken as the Toltec nation or the race. In fact, the Toltec was scientists and artists, formed a society exploring, conserve with the spiritual knowledge. Practice of the ancient ones come together as the masters, the Naguas, the students of the Teotihuacan, the ancient city of the pyramids. Outside Mexico City, that's known as the place where man becomes God. Ha ha ha. Over a millennia, the Naguas were forced to conceal all the ancestral wisdom and maintain its existence in obscurity. European conquest, coupled with rampant misuse of personal power that would expect the Spanish Inquisition by a few of the apprentices, made it necessary to shield the knowledge from them. Ha ha ha. But you were not prepared to use it wisely. You might intentionally misuse it for personal gain. Ha ha! Is that right? Now, fortunately, the esoteric Toltec knowledge was embodied and passed on through the generation for different lineage of Naguas. Now it will remain veiled in secrecy for hundreds of years till the ancient prophets foretold of the coming of the age where it would be necessary to be the returner of the wisdom to the people. And now we begin to carry the Don Miguel Ruiz tradition as a Nagua from the Eagle Knight lineage. Has been guided to share with us powerful teachings of the Toltec. And the Toltec knowledge arises from the same essential truth and the unity as it rises. And it's sacred and esoteric in its tradition, found around the world, and it's true, it's not a religion. It honors all spiritual masters who have been taught on the earth. But while it does not embrace that spirit, it totally is like actually described as a way of life distinguished by the ready accessibility of happiness and love, dude. That's right, that's the way that goes, you know? And we're just gonna keep going, you know? The introduction. I thought that was the introduction. Well, now there's another introduction. Is that true? Is that a function? No, it's a dysfunction of the introduction. Let's go back. The smoky mirror. 3,000 years ago, there was a human just like you and me who lived near a city surrounded by the mountains. The humanity of the people who studied could become medicine or the knowledge of the ancestors. He completely agreed with everything he was learning, but in his heart he felt there must be something more. One day as he slept in a cave, he dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave. Was he dreaming? The night of a new moon, the sky was clear, and he could see millions of stars out there. Something happening inside him transformed his life forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Yo, he looked at his hands and he felt his body and his own voice say, am I made of light? Am I made of stars? Yo, we looked at the stars again, and he realized it's not the stars that create the light, but rather the light that creates the stars. Everything is made as light, he said, and the space is in between, it's empty. And no, it's not empty at all. He knew that everything exists in one love. Yeah, that's right, light is the messenger. Light can become a light. It contains all the info, and then you realize, although it was made of the stars, he was not those. I'm in between the stars, he thought. He called the stars, the Tona. Now the light between the stars and the Nagua can to be the ones created harmony. In the space between the two is a life of intent. Without the light, the Tona and the Nagua don't exist. The life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator. Everything that creates you and me. This is what he discovered. Everything existence is a manifestation of the living being we called our God. Everything is God. He came to the conclusion that the human perception is merely a light perceiving the light. He saw that the matter of a mirror is a reflection. Everything's a mirror, and that is right? It reflects the light, creates the images of the light with the world of illusion, the dream. It's just like smoke, which doesn't really seem like it allows us to really be what we are. Real us is pure love, pure light. The realization that it changed his life. Once he knew this, he was really like, look dude, around at the other humans, man, like the rest of us is nature and stuff, and we're all totally amazed what he saw, or I saw. Oh my gosh, I gotta open up my jaw. He said to himself, and everything, in every human, every animal, in every tree, in the water, in the rain, in the clouds, in the earth, he saw everything was tonal and the non-wow in different ways. Create billions of manifestations in different ways, like the life. In the few moments he comprehended his own mind, everything at once. He was totally excited. His heart was filled with peace, bro. You know what peace is like, dude? It's like a peace in my mind. I'm joking, it's the opposite. He could hardly wait till his people. He wanted to tell them why. He could see the discovery that he had no words to explain. He tried to tell all the others, but he's like, I don't have words, and they couldn't understand you, sir, or me, but you could see that he had changed in something. Beautiful was radiating from his eyes and his voice, and you know, no longer had the judgment in his voice as a tone, but he was longer like nobody else. He couldn't be like nobody else. Could he understand everyone really needs help? Could they understand what he did? He's the incarnation of the God. He was my alarm. Heard this when he said, yes, it is true that I am God, but you are also God, and we are the same. You and I, we are the images of light. We are God. But still the people didn't understand him because he had discovered it was a mirror. For the rest of the people, they couldn't be there. Because it's not a reflection if they're not. Everyone is a mirror and people in fear say, I saw everyone, but nobody really saw themselves, so I couldn't realize everyone was dreaming without awareness, without a care in the world, and knowing what they really are. They couldn't see him as themselves. Because there was a wall of fog or smoke between the mirrors, and the wall of fog was made by interpretation of the image there. Images of light, dream for humans. If you know, then you will get so know that you had learned and wanted to remember all the visions that he had. So decided to call them the smoky mirrors of the future and the past. So we would always know that the matter of the mirror and the smoke is between what keeps us from knowing what we are. I am the smoky mirror, the lights and the stars from the lights, because I be looking at myself and all of you, but you don't recognize me other because it's not true for you, because you can't see what's in between us. The smoke is the dream is us, and the mirror is you, the dreamer. John Lennon really made me a believer. Living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all that you see. We're the Beatles. Yeah, here we go, chapter 1. The 4 agreements, domestication, and the dream of the planet. Representer, understand it, alien just landed. What you are seeing and you're hearing now is nothing but a dream. But you're dreaming now in the moment, and you're dreaming with your brain still awake? What? Dreaming like your main function of the mind. And the mind dreams 24 hours a day, every second of the minute and the time. That's because the dream brain is awake at the wavelength. As the dreams when the brain is asleep, it's different. But the brain is awake in a way when it has material framework. Is that the same as perceiving these things in the linear way when we go to sleep? Or do we not really have a place for us to dig our own grave, and the dream having a tendency to change constantly? Humans are dreaming all the time. When we were born humans before our lives were created outside the dream that we'll call society's dream, or a dream of the planet. I don't understand it. The dream of the planet is a collective of dreams of billions of smaller personal dreams. This seems like all together creates a family, a dream of community, a dream of a city, of a country, but finally a dream of a whole humanity, dream of the planet and their insanity. Dream of insanity. Yo, all of society's rules and beliefs and laws and religions and different cultures, the way to be and exist in the government, the schools, the social events and holidays. Oh gosh, we were born with the capacity to learn how to dream. Humans live before they teach us how to dream in the way that society does. The outside dream has so many rules and so many things. As a human is born, the child has attention to introduce these rules to them and in his or her mind. The outside dream uses a mother, a father, the schools, the religion to teach us how to dream with rules. Attention is the ability that they discriminate and focus on which we perceive. We cannot perceive the million of things simultaneously. Using our attention, we can hold them. What we want to do is perceive the foreground of our minds. Our doors around a hook, on attention, innovation. The mind is through repetition. The way that we learned everything that we know, or don't know, I guess. By using our attention, leading what we have as a reality in our dream, then we learned how to behave. In society, watching us believe or not to believe is acceptable, and what is really not. Is it good or is it bad? What is beautiful and what's really fat? And I'm not saying that fat isn't beautiful, I'm just saying it's not really musical. That's rude, I'm actually fat. Oh gosh, that's really the domestication of man, you know? 'Cause it was all there already. All those rules and concepts and different types of ways to behave in the world. Well, I'll tell you what, when I was in school, I used to sit in the chair and put attention on the teacher and what the teacher was teaching there. And when we were in church, I would get my attention to the priest and the minister and what the heck it was they're telling me. And same as the dynamic of the mother and the father, brothers, sisters. They be trying to hook your attention. I just wish that I could learn to hook the attention of other humans in a development for me to not have that attention. Very competitive. I remember as a child competing for attention of my parents and my teachers and friends as well. I'd say, look at me, look at me, look at what I'm doing here. Superman. I would wear my Superman cape, the little bob, feeling great, need for attention, but becomes very strong and continues for adulthood. Outside the dream, it hooks us like it teaches us to believe. Beginning with the language that we speak, the language is the code for understanding what we're gonna hold in our minds. Hold in our minds. Between us as humans, I must commit myself to a commentary, communication, and the convenience that every letter, every word, each language is in agreement. We call this page in the book the word because the page is in agreement. We understand. Are we in agreement? It's a grievance once we understood the code. Our attention is hooked, and then the energy gets transferred from one person to another. Really? Is that true? It was not your choice to speak English, really. It's silly. Speaking English while I eat jelly bellies. But you didn't choose your religion and your moral values as well. Oh, they were already before you were born chosen. Oh gosh, we never had the opportunity to choose or believe in we never had even the smallest of these agreements. We didn't even know to choose our own name. What? I'm gonna change my name to, Snuffleupagus. Oh, as children, we didn't really have the opportunity to choose the beliefs, but we agreed on the information passed in our dream. The planet information dream is really kind of gross. I call it the psychosis of the masses. The only way to store information is by agreement. It's outside of us. The dream really hooked our attention. But if you don't agree, then you don't store the information. As soon as we agree, we believe. This is called the faith, and the faith is unconditionally in our mind as we learn as children. Children believe everything that adults say and are concerned with. Agree with our faith is strong. That belief system controls the whole dream of life. And we didn't choose those beliefs unless we rebelled against them. Dude, I'm like totally not gonna believe that stuff. But if we were not strong enough to win the rebellion, then the result is that we surrender to the beliefs of adults. Dang, man, it should be adulterated. I call the process the domestication of the humans. Darbojo calls it the psychosis of the masses. Is that true? Through the domestication, we could learn how to live a life and dream. Human domestication. Information from the outside dream conveyed inside the dream, creating whole belief that we believe today. Is it a system? First the child's taught the names of things and such as mom, dad, milk bottle, day by day at home, at school, church, you, watching television. They tell you how to live and how to behave. Have you broke the rules? It's unacceptable. You can't go to school, you're grounded. Wait, I can't go to school, I'm grounded? I'll stay in my room and play video games. That's so cool. Thanks, Mom. Outside the dream teaches us how to be a human being alive. The concept of what a woman is or a man is. Learn to be the judge for ourselves and others on the planet. Even our neighbors, I guess. And the children are domesticated the same way at best. The domesticator of a dog, of a cat, of any animal is the same as a man. In order to teach a dog, we punish the dog, we give it rewards, and then we train our children the same. And don't we love our children? Come here, Fido. You're my child. Wait, what? You named your kid Fido? You got a problem, dude? Like, have a fiesta, dude. Your mirror is all messed up, dude. Your smoky mirror. Darbojo, the elevator creator. They were on page 6 or something, dude. 4 agreements. We train our children who we love so much, but we train any domesticated animal the same. A system of pain and reward. What you're told, do what you're told. Good girl, good boy. Mom and dad want us to do what we don't, so we're a bad girl or a bad boy. And I'm against the rules that we're punished for. Maybe we should all have rules and get the reward. When we're punished many times a day, we were all rewarded many times in a different way. So we became afraid of being punished and be afraid of not getting a reward. I must admit it, the reward of attention. Got our parents to be the people that they were. People like our siblings also taught us, the teachers and our friends. Develop us like lambs to the slaughter. Oh, sheep? Really? Are we? No. Actually, kind of. Because other people's attention is also to get a reward. The reward feels really good. Maybe I could eat some cookies. That'd be cool. But in order to get the reward, I also had a fear of being punished and more. The fear of not trusting the reward. We start to pretend we're not, just to please others, just to be good enough. Or someone else we could try to please, mom and dad, and the teachers, and the principal. I don't want to be bad. If I'm at church, I don't want to be sad. So we start to act like we pretend that we don't want to be what we are. Even around our friends, we're afraid of being rejected. Oh gosh, the fear of being rejected becomes fear of not being good enough. Eventually we become someone we're really not. So we become a copy of mama's beliefs and daddy's beliefs. But I call it mother and father in our personal grief. Society and religion also takes away from our all normal natural tendencies that were lost in the process. Why are we old enough for our mind to understand that we're told stuff and we learn the word no? The adults say, don't do this, this and don't do that, then we rebel and say, no, I'm gonna wear bell bottoms and listen to Lynyrd Skynyrd for dinner. We rebel because we're defending the freedom, but we don't have ourselves. We are very little in our adulthood. So we're not yet big and strong, but certain times we are afraid of coming what is known. And every time we do the wrong, we're not going to be punished. The domestication's so strong. And at a certain point in our lives, we no longer need it anymore for the domestication of. No, we don't need the mother and the father, the school, or the church, because we do it so well. We're trained ourselves to be our own domesticators. Yeah, I'm the domesticator. I'm sent here from the future past, from the past future, to find John Connor and have him self-domesticate his own balls until they're neutered. Okay, that was too much. But I just felt I was auto-domesticated like an animal to domesticate ourselves according to the same belief that you drop on our system that we're given the same system. Punish or reward those things that don't follow any rules according to your personal beliefs. Your reward outside to being a good girl or a good boy. Belief the system is like a book of law. Now the rules of my mind without a question. Whatever it is, the book of law, or the truth that is within. Base all our judgments according to the law, even if it was this. Now we just knowing what we're gonna do quick, cause I represent y'all when I see this. Now, are we programmed by the 10 Commandments? The process of domestication, one by one. Again, these agreements go into the book of law. And these agreements are the dreams. No, not our dreams. I guess it is. Because if you dream all this stuff, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah, am I right? So, we're doing good, aren't we? Yes, this is excellent. A belief system. Yes. A belief system. A belief system. In our rules of mind, what question do you have in the book of law, in the book of life, or the book of lies? In our truth, we are based on the judgment according to the book of law. In the judging really against you. Is that true? The nature of ourselves, even the moral laws of the 10 Commandments, or the programming of the mind for the process of the domestication, one by one, all the agreements in the book of law. I think I already read this one, but we're going back once more. There is something in our minds that judges everybody all the time. So whether it's raining cats and dogs, or everything's just gonna be judged, it uses this book of law to judge everything. What we do, what we don't do, everything we think you are. Even if you think you are the light in the stars, huh? Everything we feel, everything we don't, everything that lives in the tyranny of this judge. Every time we do something, go against book of law. Yeah, I remember my judge, Beavis and Butthead, say we're guilty. Yeah, I'm Cornholio. We need to be punished, should we be ashamed? This happens many times a day, day after day. For years, our lives is another part of it. That receives a judgments with no pardons. I just beg your pardon, Judge. Is this part of this where I call myself a victim? Well, I guess I'm postpartum for the victim that carries all the blame, but I ought to have the guilt and the shame. All the same part of us saying, poor me, I'm not good enough or intelligent. See, I'm not attractive, I'm not worthy of love. Poor me, I guess I am the biggest judge. It's not Judge Judy, she's kinda rude. I like that other judge, the one that was a referee and that was cool. I say yes, you are not good enough. This is the base of my belief system. You got to never ever get to choose your beliefs, and that's why I'm leaving you, cause you ain't strong. Until many years later, when you expose new concepts that try to make y'all have delusions to find what you believe, to control your life, otherwise you're loser. Against the book of the law, made to feel the funny sensation, and your soul will complex us. Perplexed was what they call fear, breaking the nexus, all the rules here. In the book of law, it opens all the emotional wounds that you tried to forget, but you didn't forget, you forgot. Your reaction is created by your emotional poison, because all the tears in the ocean come from your eyes. Everybody, it's this book of law, no surprise, has to be true. The challenge of the mind is believing that it gotta make you feel unsafe. Even the book of law is wrong, huh? It makes you feel so safe. Why would I need a deal of courage to challenge my own beliefs? Because if we know what we didn't need, I got beliefs that are true. We all agreed that all of them agreed so strong that I could be understanding our concepts of not being true. I don't feel the blame yet, but I got the guilt and shame for everyone to just see that even the government, the big brother that is, has a book of laws. The rule society's dream, a belief system. It was 1492 that I believe Columbus took a poo.
That's very rude, sir. Oh, man.
The book of laws, the rules, a personal dream, the abuse, all these things exist. But I believe the judge is basically everything there. Inside, the judge decrees the victim is you from your mind, suffering from the guilt and punishment. But who? Yeah, we got this right here, yeah. So the judge decrees that the victim suffering guilt and the punishment. Who says there's need to be justice in this dream? Just to paying only for one of these mistakes. The injustice is paying more for all of the mistakes. How many times do we pay for our mistakes? The answer is thousands of times, maybe a million. The human is the only animal that the earth pays. Wait, on the earth it pays 1,000 times for the same mistake. The rest of the animals pay once. They make a mistake and that's it. What's done is done, but not us. We have a powerful memory. What about elephants? I'm talking about the elephant room, see? We made a mistake. We judge ourselves. We find ourselves guilty. Guilty! Off with your heads! We just punish ourselves in justice. If it existed, it would be enough quick, but we don't need to do it again. But every time we remember, we just made another judgment. I am guilty, and I deserve to be punished again and again. Ooh, Lord, forgive me. I know I've been reminded by my wife of my mistakes. Again and again and again and again and again. How many times do I need to make our spouse and our children, our parents pay for the same mistake? Every time I remember the mistake, I'm gonna blame them and say that they weren't very great. Emotional poison, that they feel an injustice and they making them pay for it. They were not perfect, so the mistake is the justice. No, judge is the mind and wrong, because the belief system is the book of law. No, the book of law is wrong. The whole dream is based on something that is false. 95% of the beliefs we have that are stored in our mind are lies. That's so sad. We suffer because we believe all the lies. And now your dream sucks, right? In my dream of the planet, it's normal for humans to suffer and fear, create all emotional dramas outside the dream. Not really a pleasant thing, the dream of the violence, hearing all the fear and the war and injustice. Can they have a personal dreams of the human insanity? But the globally, it's really like the globe is mostly a nightmare, where humans just think in their brains as a dream. It's so difficult to live when you're ruled by fear, see?
Don't use tagged beats. Invest in yourself. Purchase the lease or exclusive today.
Really? Hey, I guess shout out to Fat Catz, dude. Thanks for doing the little ad promo. Throughout the world we see humans suffering anger, revenge for addiction, violence in the streets. Tremendous injustice exists at different levels. Different countries all around the world, the fear is controlling the outside dream. We compare the dream of human society with a description of hell. Religions all relying on the promulgated, illuminated promulgated. What? We find exactly the same religion that has the hell, place of punishment, place of fear, place of pain, place of suffering, place where the fire burns. Fire, generator of emotions come from fear. Whenever we feel the emotions of jealousy and envy, they are there. We experience the fire burning within us. We're living in a dream, trust us.
If you consider hell as a state of mind, well then hell's all around us, mister. Does anyone speak Latin here? Good. You're all going to hell.
Others may warn us if we don't do what they say we should do. We will go to hell. Bad news. Today on King 5 News. You're already in hell. You include all the people who did tell. No human can condemn another to hell because they're already there. Others want to sell themselves deeper and deeper. It's true, they always want to be in hell. Don't allow this to happen to you, every human. They don't make it true. Their personal dream is just ruled by the fear that they learned. The hell is their own life. Personal perception. The dream and same fears manifested, and they dream it for every person. Of course, we experience the anger, jealousy, hate, envy, the negative emotions. A personal dream can really come out in a way that is a nightmarish thing. We suffer raw, and they live life in the state of
In the state of fear? This is kind of scary. But one would don't need to dream a nightmare. It's possible to enjoy a pleasant dream. We all live in a yellow submarine.
That's a pleasant dream. All of humanity searching for the truth, the justice, the beauty, and the eternal search for the truth. What? Now because you can believe the lies, but the sword in the mind searching for justice is a belief in time. The system that we have, there is no justice, just a search for beauty. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, the person as a beauty queen or even a superstar, searching for the everything that they could have. But it's not within us, so there's no truth to find. It makes me laugh. Come get some. We're gonna turn our heads, you'll get none. When you see the truth, disagreement is the belief stored in the mind. No.
We have no eyes for this truth. We don't see the truth with no time.
We're blinded by all the false beliefs that you have. Do you need to be right? Do you otherwise need to trust yourself? Or maybe y'all could show others wrong? No, like Cheech and Chong. It's really funny if you listen to all their old school songs. The beliefs that you set up for the suffering to be in the middle of the fog. Y'all gonna be feeling that further. No, you are. No, it's gonna be the one, not even real. Focus the dream. Your perception of all that is like your infinity when it gets stolen. This right, this steel that you hold about what you are, the agreements, things that you were told by others and yourself. Even with God, your whole mind is a fog.
What's the Toltec called a mitote? Pronounced mitote. Oh yeah. When your mind is a dream, 1,000 people.
All they want to do is scream, nobody understands anything. It's just the condition of the human mind and what it could be. The big matote is the big matote. You cannot see what you really are. You won't, hey? Those people in India, they call them matote, the Maya. It's the illusion. Set the illusion on fire. Yo, it's all personal for those that always be in the notion that I am here to believe in yourself, in all the concepts programmed in the mind. And the matote, we cannot believe if you cannot find what they won't say. They will not set you free. Why the humans resist life. Alive as a being. Biggest fear is that humans have is not death. We fear taking a risk of really trying to be alive, to express who we really are, what we are inside, but we're justified by the lies. And the biggest fear as a human is to learn how to live a life right, satisfying people's demands. Well, we have learned to live by other people's point of view because of fear. Oh gosh, I'm so scared to read this next line.
fear of not being accepted, not being good enough. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Hamburger. Tell him Large Marge sent you.
Alright, we got this back once again. Yeah, during the process of domestication, we form the image of perfection. We try to get it good enough, but the image don't let us. In order to have it be accepted by everybody, we especially want to please those ones we love.
Mommy, daddy, big brother, sisters, priests, teachers, everyone. I just want to be good enough. Create an image of perfection. We don't fit the image. We create the image. The image is not real. We're never going to be perfect from this point of view. Never not being perfect. We reject ourselves and the level of the self-worth depends on upon what the adults say. They're breaking of integrity. A domestication of the man no longer being good enough for anyone to see. We're not good enough for ourselves. We don't fit in our image of what is perfect. I cannot forgive me for living a lie. Wish to be myself, but I can't, 'cause I'm living. No, please, Lord, oh please forgive me for my sins. That everybody actually taught me, and I believed in an agreement. So we're supposed to be feeling like we're false, so frustrated, dishonest, hiding all, but in ourselves we pretend of what we're not. The result is so unauthentic. What? You're gonna wear a social mask, keeping others from noticing that you're afraid of the past, what they taught, and maybe they'll notice also that you want to pretend to be what you aren't really. Even in front of your friends, you're the best judge of yourself, according to the image of perfection as well. But naturally, they fall short of the expectations. We dishonor ourselves just to be a judge to other people, even to learn what is really cool. Physical bodies that be accepted by others. Hey, fat ass. Wait, bro, dude. I just ate donuts as a teenager. Maybe you're taking drugs, maybe you're rejected, but others saying you're not aware of the problem and they accept it. The rejection of the self becomes not what to pretend, but the certain things they are not. This is a shame because they carry guilt as a human being. Maybe punish themselves endlessly for being what they believe they should be, become themselves, a self-abusively choose like the other people to abuse themselves. It's old news, but nobody abuses us more than ourselves. It is the judge, the victim, the trap shot in hell. A belief system that makes us do this. It's ruthless. True, it's really not what truth is, but people say their husband or wife or mother or father abused them. Really, it's you. Stupid. I'm not stupid. Yes, I am. I'm not good enough. The way we judge ourselves really is the worst. But when you're judging yourself in a way you exist in the universe, you're making the mistake in front of people, and that's really perverted, I suppose. Deny the mistake and cover it up. Maybe you pretend you didn't fart out of your butt. But as soon as we're alone, the judge comes back strong, and the guilt is so strong that we can't really get along, 'cause we feel so bad and so just unworthy. Okay, so like this next one, I'm gonna totally kick ass. I'm gonna take a selfie, you know what I'm saying? Of my ass. Yeah. In your whole life, nobody ever abused you more than you have abused yourself. The limit of your self-abuse is exactly the same that you tolerate in every way from someone. Maybe they could abuse you just a little more than you abuse yourself. You probably would walk away from that person. But if you really are abusive, slightly less than you abuse yourself, then you'll probably stay in the relationship. You'll tolerate it, endlessly embrace them. If you be abusive to yourself very badly, you can tolerate it till they beat you up and humiliate you. Treating like that, why is your belief system saying that you deserve it? Oh, it's like a person doing me a favor by being with me. I'm not worthy of love and respect. R.S.P.C.T. I said it wrong, but I'm really alright with that. Let's get along. I'm not good enough. We all have the need to be accepted and be loved by others, but we cannot be accepted and loved because there's no self-love below or above. It's less like we experience a self-abuse. Self-abuse comes from the rejection of you, and yourself rejecting that because it's an image that you had to be perfect. Never measures up to the ideal. Do you think that you're perfect? for some reason you reject yourself. Is that real? Yeah, cause you're worthless. You don't accept ourselves the way we are. Don't accept ourselves, you're worthless. Your others think I'm totally lame. That's okay, it's prelude to a dream. There are thousands of agreements. If you made them yourself, then the people all have a dream. But they made it, created, limits with the God, with society, your parents, your spouse, your children. But the most important agreements are the ones you made with yourself. These agreements are gonna tell you how you really feel and believe and how to believe. And the result is your personality is in agreement. And this is what I am, see? This is what I believe. And I do these things because I cannot do other things. This reality is a fantasy. It's probably stupid because I'm impossible.
Now, I eat waffles, chickens and waffles. Single agreement, it's not a problem, and I can see it. You make us suffer if I don't get my chicken and waffles.
Seriously, Mom, make me chicken and waffles and I'm gonna take my grandma to the prom. That's gross.
Dude, such a problem, and many agreements to suffer. I never solve them. Make us fail in life. If you want to have a life of joy, the fulfillment is nowhere to be. You should hide, find the courage to break those agreements that are fear-based that you could claim. But the personal power as the agreement, it comes from fear, required to expend a lot of energy here. But the agreements that come from love help us conserve energy and even gain some. Even if it was born with a certain amount of personal power, you have to rebel every day after we rest. Unfortunately, we spend all the personal power, and first it just creates an amends to an ends, mean to an ends. An agreement, like, and it keeps agreement, personal defense, power dissipate upon the agreements that we have when we self-hate. Result in the feel powerless. It's just enough power to survive 1 inch a day.
That's only 365 inches a year, I guess.
But let you go in reverse like a crazy person that keeps the agreements trapped up in the dream of the planet. Trains the entire dream, can you understand it? A life that the power have to change most of the agreements. If it wasn't this way, you would rule your own life like you don't dream your own. Change the agreements, finally then you would know that there are really 4 powerful agreements that can help us break free for our souls.
Is it a soul agreement?
No, it's not a soul agreement. Unless you console an egregious weakness. In a world where 4 agreements could be doing that, like each time you break an agreement, all the power creates is now gone. Returns, maybe it comes back. You adopt these new agreements that you see what is truly possible for the personal power change in the entire system. The old agreements are very strong. In order to adopt the 4 agreement, you need to begin to live your life in transformation, like a life be so amazing.
Walk up the drama when the hell disappear. You're right for your very eyes instead of living here a dream of hell. No surprise, creating with the dream. Your personal dream of heaven isn't what it seems.
The first agreement, chapter 2. Be impeccable with your word, this is what you should do. The first agreement's the most important one, that also the most difficult one to honor. So important that you just see the first agreement being like a transcend with the level of existence I call the heaven on the planet, not the Maya. It's really crazy. First one to admire is to be impeccable with your word. What? Say it again, that's absurd. No, the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word.
It sounds simple, but it's very powerful. Like you're gonna get more when you create the gift and it comes directly from the God.
Like the Gospel of John in the Bible. It's speaking in the creation of the universe. At the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word is God. Though the Word you express, creator. And though there was the Word you manifest, everything recorded in your language.
You speak the intent and manifest through the word. That's why it's called spell. They cast them.
What that dream really feels, what you really are, manifested by everything that you conceal, or maybe you just show. It's not just a sound or a written symbol. The word is a force, a power that you have to express and communicate, thereby creates events in your life that you can't speak. I just can't even say what it was other than an animal on the planet we be speak on. Maybe the whales. I think whales speak, but that's just me. I don't know. Yeah. Well, the word is most powerful. Y'all have the human tool, the magic, like a sword, cut the double edge, slicing with the word, create beautiful dream. The other one destroys everything. One edge, misuse of the word creates a living hell. You will need many tissues for your eyes crying, or your face looks swollen. You shouldn't swell it. Maybe you could say that the other edge is impeccable with with your word. If you have impeccability in a way, then it creates beauty and love, heaven on the earth. Ha ha. Depending on how it's used, the word can set you free or enslave you. Maybe you could just be their entertainment for nothing except for how you think that you are judging, or the magic you possess is based on your word. Your word is pure magic. The misuse is like a abusive blur of different psychosis. The word is powerful. Change your life or be destroyed. That's right. Millions of people years ago got trapped. A man in Germany had the urge to use the word, manipulate everyone in the perverse, but he was very intelligent. He led them into a world war. The power of his word convinced the others to commit mass sickness and atrocity acts of violence. He activated people's fear, and it's like it is. Eckhart Tolle calls it a pain body, a big explosion. There was killing and war all around the world as the humans destroyed other humans because they were afraid of each other. This man was totally crappy. And it's not cool, dude. And you know, like Charlie Chaplin had a cool mustache until he didn't, dude. Because this guy named Hitler, dude, who sucked ass. You're Hitler? He used his word based on fear-generated beliefs that made people agree that they would be remembered for centuries. Oh gosh, the human mind like a fertile ground where the seeds are continually being planted, and the seeds of opinions, ideas, and concepts. Are you letting them grow? Gross. It's a word like a seed. When the human mind is fertile, it could just grow up to the whole sky. So often it's fertile that the seeds of fear, they grow. And on the mind blows of our seeds of our time. Cause we reap what we sow. What is important when y'all got kind of seeds are so fertile for our mind, preparing to receive seeds of love. Take the example of the Hitler. He sent out all of those seeds of fear. They grow very strong and beautiful. Achieve the mass destruction and the awesome power of the word. Most understand the power that comes out of our mouths. Our fear, our doubts. If they planted, then they create an endless drama that you can't escape.
I know my word is like a spell. I don't want to win the spelling bee of being a judgment of myself.
Yeah, humans use the word like the black magicians do. Out the word, put them spells on others and themselves. Every word is the magical thing, and the spell is something that you use in the way that release someone. If you say it right from the spell, then so on. Your opinion gonna be one that they grow on. But the friend gonna give an opinion that popped out. He said, I see that kind of color in your face. People are going to get cancer if you have that. If you listen to the word and you agree, you'll probably have cancer in 1, 2, or 3 weeks, years, I don't know. But the power of the word is strong. So I do not have cancer. I do not have cancer. But I'm a Libra and I was dating a Cancer and she thought that I was a believer. That's a romancer. During the domestication of that with the parents and the siblings and their opinions. Without even thinking, we believe the opinions that we live in. A fear is just saying that we have a good way of swimming, a sports overwriting. Maybe someone could say that, look, this girl is ugly. Gross. This girl listens, but she really just thinks that she's ugly and grows up with that idea that she's ugly, but she's really not. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, even if you are a superstar. You have an agreement to believe that you are an ugly duckling. You're never gonna be a swan. That is the spell that she is under. Hooking our attention, the word, it brings her under. To mind it and to change it, her whole belief, better for worse. She must explain that by example may you believe you are stupid and taught by your family to believe this. As long as you resemble, you're the rememberer. Agreement is very tricky. These agreements are causing you to be insane. I know that you're stupid as hell, so you probably think that you're dumb, because you don't even really have half of a brain. I wish you were smart, but you must be stupid. Oh gosh, it hurts me even saying it. I wouldn't have done that. The mind goes, yeah. Yo, I would have done that for hundreds of different directions, all coming to conceal that. Getting hooked with belief in our own stupidity. The one day someone hooks your attention, you'll never be setting free.
Yo, let's get it like you're not stupid. You believe the person that said, now you knew that. The agreement is resort getting dumb in your brain like your brain be numb. Now the spell is broken by the power of the word. Conversely, you believe no longer you're stupid. Hooks into attention. Yes, actually, you're super smart. You're not stupid at all. Please, find a new agreement and you believe it. Yeah, I like this funky stuff. I like it all. It's impeccable with your word. Now you know. To be impeccable with your word is without sin. Impeccable comes from Latin, the peccatus. It means the sin. In means be without sin. Oh, really? Religious talk about the sin and sinners, but from the beginning the sin was anything but in us, except for it was because we always do what we feel unless we don't, cause then we just sin to yourself. Please God, please forgive me for my universal change. That be blaming us for everything that I did. I couldn't explain. It's the opposite of being impeccable. It's the word against yourself. Impeccability's responsibility for having all your actions and not blame yourself. No judgment. The point of the view that you have is the concept of no sin or moral pain from religion. Something you would say. Your rejection. Self-rejection from the biggest sin that you commit. Your religious terms, self-rejection is a mortal sin, leads to the death. Impeccability, on the other hand, leads to life. Being impeccable with your word is using the word to use it right. If you see yourself in the street, I'll call you dumb. It appears that I'm using the word against you, cause the word is actually against myself, and I hate myself for this. You hating me is not good for me. Therefore, the angry with my words will be sending emotional poison there. You can hear it when I'm gonna do it. If I love myself, I express it with no fear. Into action, into be impeccable with the word. Cause the action will produce, like I fear, a reaction in you. If I love you, then you'll love me. I love you. If you insult me, you insult me. But if I have gratitude, then you'll have gratitude for me. If I'm selfish, it will be selfish. In a way, to me, I'm helpless. If you use the word, put a spell on it, not upset. Being impeccable with the word, really the correct energy to be used in a direction. The love is endless, but making it an agreement with yourself, impeccable with your word. Your intention of the truth. With manifestation, you could get it clean. Emotional poison exists, and you can see that making an agreement with difficulties. Learn to perceive the opposite, the way that your lies learned. As a habit of communication, otherwise importantly, ourselves, it is related to the impeccability of the word and how you create it. It's the word that be completely unused and misused in hell. Word can curse and blame it just assures you can feel the same whether you be right or wrong, a good girl or a good boy. Mostly you could word in the way that could spread a personal poison in the anger, jealousy, envy, hate. Word is pure magic that you create. Most powerful, most human communication. I'm totally woke, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, every single day. We could plan on revenge, chaos in the world that creates hate in the different race and the people safe. It's between all the families in the nation. Yeah, misuse words for the often misused to create and perpetuate a dream that makes us be in the hell in the way. Don't forget the matote, the word is how we bring and pull each other down. Keep others in a state of fear or doubt, because the word is the magic humans possess and misuse. The word, bring it back when all the black magic is time without knowing. Word of magic at all, when a woman example of intelligence, very good with her, and the daughter was adored when she loved her very much. One night she came home, very bad day at work, tired, emotional. A terrible headache she had. Gosh, and she wanted peace and quiet. But then her daughter was singing and jumping happily. and the daughter was unaware of how her mother was feeling. She was in her own world, her own dream. The daughter felt so free and wonderful, and she was jumping and singing, expressing her joy.
She was singing so loud that it made her mother headache even worse. Oh gosh, wow. At that moment, the mother lost control. Her anger, she couldn't hold it in her no longer. Beautiful girl? She said, shut up. You have an ugly voice. Can you just shut up, please? The truth is that the mother would normally tolerate the noise, but it was non-existent. It really was the little girl's voice saying that it was ugly, but the daughter believed everything that the mother said, see? So now the moment that you agree with agreement, you can no longer sing because of what you're believing. She believed she had an ugly voice, and that would bother everyone. She became shy at school, and she no longer had the fun and refused to speaking out loud to others. It became difficult. So everything changed. Little girl became in this new agreement, strangled, repressed emotions in order to be accepted and whenever we hear an opinion, we believe it. We make our agreement. Yeah, so we become a part of our belief system. This little girl know that she believed in her voice, that it was so nasty. So she never sang development complex from one spell. The spell was cast upon her. It was the way that she once wanted to have a mother and didn't notice it. And the word didn't get like it was used to spell on her daughter. She didn't know the power of the word. Therefore, it isn't to really blame anyone. It's for the mother, the father, and others want to do it like they got a victim of this psychosis. How many times do we do this to our children? Remind them that they're no good, that their voice nasty. Carry on the black magic as a tragedy. The people who love us, they don't do black magic. They just tell us that we love you, I love you. That's why we must forgive them. I just love you, I love you. Yo, another example is you in the morning feeling like you are very happy, feel so wonderful, and for 1 or 2 hours in front of the mirror you're making yourself look beautiful, and then one of your friends says, oh my gosh, what happened to you? You look so ugly. You look like you're wearing some ridiculous dress or something. It's like so gross that you look like you may be crazy. Did you cut your own hair? Oh gosh, remember when Britney Spears did that? Well, that's a weird reflection in the mirror, the smoking mirror. Yup. Yo, maybe his girlfriend just told you this to hurt you, and she did. Gave you an opinion with all the power, a word behind it. If you accept it, you become a victim. An agreement. You put all the power in opinion, and that opinion becomes black magic. The times and the spell's difficult to break the habit. You're going back to break the spell. Before the agreement was based on truth, but now it's important. They could be really impeccable with your word on the side. Then the sword just lies in a way to create black magic. For those that can't even understand the powerful spell to break yours. If you have only truth, it would set you free. But don't take my word for it. Look at it every day, the human interactions, imagination, how it can't be explained. Many times that we cast our spells with our words. Our time into action, reaction makes your being hell. We call it gossip. Gossip is the black magic of the word. It's pure poison. Now you learn to the gossip by agreement. When we were children, we heard adults talking around us all the time, saying blah 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 with their opinions about other people and stuff, you know? Like, they'd be like, you know, Bob Ross has like not a good attitude. But I think he does, so I think that was a bad opinion, you know? Because Bob Ross likes happy trees. My first name's, well, not Bob, technically, it's my middle name. Or, you know, didn't really know what the emotional poison was, transferred along with the opinions. And we learned that a normal way to communicate, gossiping has become the main form of communication.
In a human society, it has become a way that we feel close to each other because we make us feel better for someone to see as badly as we do. Old expression, as it says, misery loves company, but people are suffering in hell. Didn't you want to be there? Now I want to be alone. Fear and suffering are an important part of the dream that I sell. On the planet, how they dream of the planet when it keeps us down. Use an analogy, nah. As the human, my days be like a computer gossiping compared to a virus. The computer virus is a piece of the computer language and written in the ones and zeros. All the other code are written in it, and they're harmful. And the intent is this code, if it is inserted, then you're in trouble. At least expect it by the time when you all get awareness. After this course has been introduced, you could have a computer that don't really work right. It's not functioning, codes are so mixed up. You can find conflict on messages that gonna be producing all the results of the human gossip. It makes the same way. For example, the beginning of a new class with a new teacher the other day. Have you looked forward to it for a long time? On the first day of class, you run into someone and they say, alright, did you know the instructor was a pompous jerk? Did you know he was talking and he is a pervert, so watch out.
Don't use tagged beats. Invest in yourself. Purchase the lease or
Yeah,
exclusive
shout
today.
out to Fat Cats. You immediately imprinted for the word, the emotional code the person is. Saying that you're never gonna be aware of the motivation, telling you the person is angry. You failed in class simply being making an assumption based on the fears and prejudices. Now we're gonna be because you learn to ingest the information like a child. Some part of you believes the gossip. Now you're like, dang, I don't really like this class. You feel that the poison is inside of you. You don't realize the teacher through your own eyes. The person gave you the gossip, then you started talking about it in the class and what to do. Now you think that the teacher is a jerk and a pervert, but that's just because he looked up your skirt. Now you hate the class and soon you decide to drop out blaming the teacher, but it's really the gossip that you believe. Now you have to have all the blame. The mess is caused by one little thing. Computer virus, ones and zeros, little piece of gossip, misinformation. Break it down with the communication and the people causing it. And the person be becoming infected, and they're all contagious. So wear your mask, 6 feet rule. Imagine every single time others gossip to you, they insert a computer virus into your mind, causing you to think a little less clearly over time. Imagine if you're confused from the relief of the poison. You got the gossip spread, but viruses to someone else's head. Now it's like a panic going on, never ended, it's a chain. All the human patterns of the earth result of the feeling human way that read the information for the circuits of the claw. The poison is contagious virus. Now they got it more like you can't hear the Toltec way. The mental day chaos of 1,000 different voices, yeah, talking to one mind. The worst BM narcissist, a black magician, computer hackers intentionally spread the virus. Then back time, then they go to know what it was, angry, so you desire revenge, and in order to seek revenge, it said something about it in person. Your attention is spreading the poison, making it more like you were more than annoyed, trying to attack them. As children, this would always happen, but thoughtlessly. As we grew older, we become more calculated in an effort to bring the others down. When we heard them lie to ourselves and say that that teacher was perverted, we see there's a punishment for the wrongdoing. Now the computer virus is in you, justified and clueless about how cruel it is. I don't understand the misuse of the words is putting us deeper in hell. For years received and spelled these things. The gossip is a way for us to lose ourselves. We be talking to ourselves constantly, and most of the time the things we say, oh, I look for that, oh, I look fat, I look ugly, I need to buy a new hat, I'm losing my hair, I look stupid, I never understand anything yet, I do or you did, cause it's like you're perfect and I'm not. Do you see? You're really using the word against yourself, and you begin to understand the word and what it does. Understand the first agreement. Be impeccable with your words. So begin to use this and you will see what could happen in your life, and the change will come. First, as you deal in the way to explain with impeccability the deal with the others, especially those that you're loving. Consider how many times you have gossiped about the person that you love. Now you want to gain the support of others for your point of view. Many times you hook the people's attention, spreading all the poison like a virus. Even though it's the one you love, and you should not be talking about them in a way where it's not impeccable. Your opinion, nothing like it was, point of view, and it's not necessarily true. Your opinion comes from beliefs and your own ego. With your dream, we create the poison and it spreads easily. The others can't feel about what is the point of view. It's about adopting the first agreement and become impeccable with your word. Oh yeah, emotional poison. Eventually clean your mind up with the communication from your personal relationships, including if it's raining cats and dogs. Impeccability with the word gives up. I have immunity from anyone putting a spell on you. You will only receive a negative until if you're growing it like it's a growing seed. So when you become impeccable with the word, mind is no longer fertile ground for the word to come about. With the black magic now, you can reap what you be sowing. Instead of this, the fertile ground is the place for the love to come from. You can measure impeccability, but that could really be the self-love for yourself and you and me. But now directly proportionate with the quality, integrated in the way that is the word. So impeccable with your word feels so good. You feel happy and at peace like you should. And you transform the dream. You could justify everything agreements to be impeccable with the word. But right now, I'm planting the seed in your mind. Whether
You grow. It depends on the fertile mind. It is not up to us
to make your agreement optimal, maybe we should talk to Elon Musk and Optimus, or Optimus Prime for the Transformers.
Yeah. I am Optimus Prime.
Impeccable with your word, nature, in your mind. Like a seed, gonna be growing up high. Now it generates more seeds in time. Replace the seeds of fear. The first agreement will change everything in the way that is great. You could be impeccable with your word. This first agreement really should be a way for you to be free. If you want to be happy, if you want to transcend level of existence that is held very powerful. Use the word, correct way to use that thing is with no shame. Use the white magic, healing magic. Become yourself, not the other one. Dangerous, be who you are. The white magic is telling yourself that you love yourself. Use the word to break all the evil spells, the teeny tiny agreements that you suffer from. You'll break them in half and then you're done. If it's possible, then it's possible because you did it. No, it's better than you. You all be exactly the same. It's kind of like in your brain of the bodies, the human. Like I said, Eckhart Tolle called it pain body. Break those, the agreement. Everybody has them in the same way. But if you're impeccable with your word, then you just tend to change everything in your whole life. Impeccability of the word in your own mind gives your personal freedom in a huge way. Successful abundance that they cannot take away. Transformation into joy and love. Just imagine what you could do and create wealth. Impeccability of the word. Use art. Now you're gonna live your life in the heavenly existence that you create. Amongst living hell for other people, are you immune? You could tell you attain the kingdom of the heavens. This agreement is to be impeccable with your word. Chapter 3, the second agreement. Don't take anything personally. Oh, that sounds atrocious, but let's do it right now before you know this. I could come back unsupposed. If you really like that, ring around the roses. It's agreement, really born in the way that it was a second agreement. So don't take anything personally. What happens around you, don't take it personally. It's early as an example you will see from the streets, and I say, hey, how stupid are you for not knowing it's not about you, it's all about me. And it's gotta be that you are so stupid that you believe yourself and how you know. Is he clairvoyant? And everybody see how stupid I am. You take it personally because you agree with what he said. As soon as you agree, the poison goes out of me and into you. Trapped in a dream of hell. What causes us to be trapped is what you sell to yourself in a personal dilemma. Personal importance and you be pretender. It be a personality. Come on back to the maximum expression. Selfishly, I'm so vain, I probably think this song is about me. You're so vain. You make the assumptions everything's about you, but during this you get more pain. Period of education from the domestication, but beyond everything is personally responsible for the everything, man. Me. Always me. And you too, though, of course, because I need to blame you. Why wouldn't I?
Riot's beats make it funky.
Nothing other people do is cause of you, because of themselves. The people live in their own dream. They create it with the mind completely
Different from the world that they want, and the world that they live in. And you're taking something personal, making assumptions. When you know it's like the world gonna be trying to impose the whole world in the situation. Then you know that you want the others when they insult you directly. Nothing is really true because they have to do with your reflection of your life. The metote and the maya, but your gut opinions that you have agreements with and in your own mind. And now they point out the view programming they did to you. Did you receive the domestication coming at you live? This is King 5 News. Somebody gives you an opinion, you think it's true, and that's why you look fat. Is that true? Why you put that on the news, man?
Because the truth of the person dealing with everything, beliefs and feelings on opinions. They could get it trying with the poison that you got. Personally take the poison, but then it becomes yours.
Like it's taking these things personally makes you pretty like prey.
I'll be the predator with the black of the magician. Got you hooked
Easily with one little opinion, then you feed on whatever poison I give you because you're hungry. Cause you take it personally, eat it up. Emotional garbage is me, it becomes what you wanna do. Take it like you're immune to the middle of hell.
immunity, point of the pews in, or the middle of the hell. Gift of agreement, when you take it like you personally feel over offended from an direction. So you gotta defend your belief from the conflict out of any way that you could have a dream. Because you just need to be right and everybody else wrong. Hard to be the right one if you're giving your opinion. Same way wherever you can feel the projection of yourself and the reflection. You're in agreement with what you say and what you do. Your opinion, y'all, according to the agreement that you just made up.
And thus the opinion with me has nothing to do with whatever is you think that I am. Well, don't really take that personally. I don't take it really. It's what you say. It's like, Miguel, you're the best. Don Miguel Ruiz. I love this book. Oh gosh. Oh, are you still talking? I guess so.
I also gonna be taking it personal when they say, Miguel, you really are the worst in every way. When they tell me that you're happy and they say that, Miguel, you're an angel, I don't really take it personally. I don't wanna get strangled from every angle, and then they get the dangle compliments and the disses. It's like getting reprimanded and the right and wrong, and I have to have a need to be accepted. And you don't need to tell someone, Miguel, you're doing so good. How dare you do that? Oh, the book is quite rad. No, I don't take it personally, what you said. Whatever you think and whatever I feel is the problem, and it's not yours, it's mine, I guess. And then I rest in the world where nothing really persists as a personal place. And you're dealing with not me, but the others, and they have to have their own opinion according to beliefs, a belief system. Nothing that you need. Be free of the psychosis of the masses. Really, it's about me. It's the way they attack it. They tell me, Miguel, you're saying things that are hurting me. Well, I'm sorry, but I would like to drive a Ferrari over your brain and play your butt like an Atari. That's gross. Is that the teacher from earlier? You said like you're hurting yourself? There's no way that I can take this personally, dude. Not because I don't believe in yourself, so trust me, because you know that the world with different eyes,
you'll see.
So just create a new picture in the new movie in the new way. And the picture gonna be directed and the producer, main actor, or the actress is you.
What? Everyone else is secondary, actor or actress in this movie, in the way that the movie is according to these agreements that you made in your life, fool.
You point of the view, something that personally is with you.
But the truth gonna be the man when you want to be dealing with yourself. Excuses when you're getting mad, like the mad honey when they on the floors. You afraid that you're dealing with your fear, but now you're not afraid that you're hitting here what you made and you're mad, shifting gears.
Oh, alright, you mad at me? No, I'm not afraid. In the way that you'll hate me.
If you're not afraid, and you'll be the one jealous for days, sad, living with the fear, with the love, no place for these emotions. If you don't feel any of those emotions, it's illogical.
Feeling good when you're feeling good about everything all around you.
All around you. So, all these things, everything that you got, in the love, everything all around you. You're surrounded by the people that love you, you're content with, because you're happy of life. And I should mention, you're producing happy ways in the agreement, happily with these. Maybe you should be live state of bliss. If it's everything that's wonderful and everything is so beautiful, the state of bliss you're missing it. So never in the stop, make the love all the time. Everything, your perspective in your mind. When people do think thought is right, you want to saying personally, I wanna tell you you're wonderful. B.O.B. And Miguel, you're rad too.
And anyone who's reading this book, you think you're alright, you know what I'm saying? That's right, because of you, you know that you're wonderful.
You're necessary to be believing that you're gonna be wonderful. All these things that you carry as an agreement should be anything but personal. If you're gonna move it, it's loaded like a gun, shot. Shotgun to the head, you're nothing personal but extreme. When you're gonna have an opinion about everything that's not necessarily true. And you don't need to take whatever that they said as the truth or no open mind. You should have, and then you will find that it's right. You'll be talking about yourself with the ability to hear. A walkie-talkie in your ear, like you got the information all the time in other roles. So you're gonna make it. In your mind, you wonder where it come from. Some of these noises, now you just know what you could do. Live under life and very similar from the human mind. The Toltecs are living it beyond the beings of the allies.
In Europe and Africa and India, they called them gods. And our mind exists in a level of the gods.
No whammies, no whammies.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Hey man, why does it happen every time, man?
Your mind also lives reality to perceive reality. To mind sees with the eye perceives walking in your reality. But I find my mind sees what I perceive without my own sight.
All the reason hardly be aware of the perception in my mind is more just like it was one dimension. But it be at times when I have ideas that I don't recognize, originated in perceiving them like the lies. Maybe you could have the right to believe all these voices inside. They're wrong, and in a way personally have a choice to deny or believe. But I have a voice, can you hear yours?
Oh gosh, I call it word drunkenness, when the words just go around and bump into everything, I guess. Yeah, y'all just have to have a choice of what y'all believe. Agree in the dream of the planet, and you can see the mind can also be like talking and listening, so you let go. The mind is divided while your body is divided in a way that you say I have to have with someone hand. Shake it like no other, fill it with the other hand.
Yo, when the mind gonna be talking about itself before the part of the speaking has to go around, you're listening to have a problem of that for more than a weekend. Thousands of parts in your mind are speaking at the same time. Now we can't be the Matote, remember? Matote compared to the huge marketplace where the thousands of people are talking in the battery at the same time. Each one is different, but I can have feelings in a different point of view. And the programming the mind and agreements that are made are fallible.
You're with each other every agreement is separate, living like a being. Personally, while you're suffering from it as a voice, conflicting in agreements against y'all, and so on, y'all, until you become big. War with the mind, but told take the reason is humans hardly be knowing what they want to know and how they want it before it was what they wanted. They really don't agree. The savants, the guard kings, the killers, Da Vinci's themselves all together, parts of the mind in the way, but more like it's the opposite when they have full stream. The mind objectifies in the actions. Part of my support is opposing my thoughts that I told myself, so I forget what I forgot. Your beings create in the nature conflict because they live and they have a voice. Now we're only making everything inventory, agreements uncover more. The conflicted mind, eventually the order out of the chaos, the mitote. Now you don't take anything personally, because by taking things personally, you set it free. Free yourself from the suffering for nothing. Humans are addicted to a suffering for different levels, different degrees, and support by maintaining these addictions. A human is agreeing to suffer, and it needs to be abused, and find it like it was easily chosen and chosen what the people need to suffer with. I suppose then something gonna be making y'all abuse them. Then you're back and says, please kick me. Oh, cause that's a note on your back and it's been taped there. It says, please kick me. But you're asking for a justification. Addiction to the suffering is nothing but an agreement that's reinforced every day. Every day. When you're gonna be finding the people lying to you, but the awareness really grows. You notice what you lying to yourself about, expect to be told, but the truth is really just a lie. And then you gotta be trusted, but otherwise you're gonna be scolded, believing what someone says, but they bluff it. But you really need to be seeing other people with what they're doing, because otherwise it's just their judgment, and you're gonna have it like it's okay, but you're lying down because it's really you afraid. It's just I've been here discovering that they're not perfect. Yeah. And it's painful to take the social mask off. If others say one thing but do another, they're lying to you and themselves. They're not perfect. Yo, what's worth something if it's truthful? When you're
Remember I told you when you started,
when you say
the guys who last
emotional
is
pain, telling yourself
the
the
guys who
truth
fly straight,
about it may hurt,
low-key, quiet.
but don't need to be attached to the pain. Healing is on the way. Just a matter of time before things will be better for you. If someone was not treated with the love and respect I need, it's a gift to walk away. If that person wants to go astray, and surely and done for years, suffering with him. Not walking away from my hurt for a while, with my heart eventually healed, but I don't know what I really want to find for real. Your trust in the orders, much you need. Trust in yourself, right choices. Right. When you make it like a strong habit to anything personal, avoid those truths. But many upsets in your life, your anger, jealousy, envy, despairing, and even sadness will simply be gone. Don't take anything personal. If you can make this an agreement, you'll find you cannot not ever be back in hell with everyone. Huge amounts of freedom when it comes to you noticing personalities, but it's personal when it becomes immune to the black magicians that be spelling all these spells that they put on your house wrong. Oh, world is gossiping, but you really don't know how to take it like you were emerging. I said emotional poison. I don't take
how important this agreement is. Thinking nothingly, personally, it just helps you break away from your habits and your routines, so you're no longer trapped in the dream of hell. Needlessly suffering, practicing this second one. Agreement makes you break dozens and tiny little agreements, causing you to suffer in pain. But these first two agreements will break 75% of every teeny tiny agreement and keep you no longer trapped in hell, and I mean it. And you can trust this from Don Miguel Ruiz. This agreement on a paper is the truth, cause you can believe. If you don't know, attach it to your refrigerator door to remind y'all. But don't take anything personal, make it a habit, y'all, make it your truth. I'm not taking anything personal or personally, and I won't need to place your trust in others to do or say me, and I need to trust myself and make responsible choices, and you never will be responsible for your actions. You only responsible for you, for you. Yeah, would you truly understand it, then you refuse to be personally offended on this planet. You could hardly be carefree if you notice that the comments of the actions by the others keep it like you were traveling all around the world with the heart. You're completely open, no one can hurt you or hurt me. You can understand that I love you without fear of being ridiculed or rejected. Asking for what you need and you say yes or no to whatever you choose. Without the guilt, self-judgment, you choose to follow your heart. Damn, you'll be in the middle of hell with you. I'm lost when I believe I need to be next to you. But I got my inner peace and happiness. You can stay away, I can stay in my inner state of my bliss. I'll be away from the hell that you made. Y'all, we're kicking a lot of butt, y'all. Representing the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Now we're on chapter 4, the 3rd agreement. Do not make assumptions. Is that true? This is the 3rd agreement. Don't make assumptions. I really mean it. We have a tendency in assumptions about everything. The problem is nothing, but we want to believe that it really is the truth. You can swear it is real. That's what assumptions do. It's about what others are doing, they're thinking, but you really take it personally. But you blame them, reacting, sending emotional poison your word. Whenever you make these assumptions, asking all the problems when you misunderstand and you personally are revolving. We end up creating everything as a whole big drama for nothing. So like what? What do you want to do? The sadness and your drama that you have is lived inside of you. It's rooted by making all those assumptions. I just think she's ugly, dude. Why were you bumping? Things were personal, but momently you'll consider that statement to be anything other than the controlling thing that has you in the human way, making assumptions of the psychosis of the masses. You could be personally in the way, a whole dream of a hell based in that, but now you like have that spell of emotional poison, making all assumptions, taking it personal.
No, because usually we start gossiping about the assumptions we make. Please remember that gossiping is the way we communicate to others in a dream of hell, of hell, of hell. Don't dance with the devil, oh well.
So you transfer your poison back when you're afraid for the clarification of a making some shit you believe that we're right, and you gotta be this or that. When you defend your assumptions, try to make someone wrong, then you could be better when you ask the question, making that like it sets them up for the suffering and the pain.
Don't forget the big matote.
from the human mind, create lots of chaos, causing us to find an interpretation for everything that we understand or don't. So just leave it like your last soul in the dome. When you hear it, yo, don't believe it, but you hear it, let it go. You perceiving it in the way that they are, it have to be a habit. You're dreaming with the basis in reality, yo, for face it, if it literally is a dream, the things in it are your imagination. So, because of you, you don't understand something. You made an assumption, dummy. Oh no. And the truth comes out and you feel funny. It pops your bubble of your little dream that you made out to make it like it was gossiping from your assumption. Make an example, walking in the mall when you see a person turns out and they turn around and they smile, then they walk away. And you make a lot of assumptions because of this one experience. It was kind of fun. With this assumption, you create a whole fantasy that person totally is in love with me. Oh gosh. What I believe is a fantasy, making up my dream, and I begin to form your assumptions in the way I believe that personally she loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. Pulling flowers out of the flower pot, but more like relationship beginning from that. But maybe y'all getting married in a fantasy land. Put a fantasy in your mind, personal dream when you find relationships taken y'all for granted like a problem when you have it. Your assumption can be with partners that you really think have you to blame. They say so many things that you do we won't because it is like so. Well, what do you don't know? It's like you film and should not do, and you feel so hurt. I should have known. Yeah, totally wow. Like another example, gonna go get married. You make an assumption the partner sees marriage just the same way you do, but you really don't. You live together and you find out it's not true. This creates a lot of conflict, but you still don't know how to clarify it. With the feelings about the marriage and the husband comes home from work and finds the wife so mad, and the husband doesn't know why she's cheating on that lesbian hoe. Maybe it's because the wife made an assumption without telling him what she really wants. She made an assumption, and he knows her so well that he knows that she wants to have it, so she can read her mind. But y'all, you can't be really reading her mind, cause she can't be doing it right or wrong, because she's upset that you failed to meet the expectation. You're making your assumption when you got the relationship, the leads are like a lot of fighting. Different with the culture's understanding, or the people be supposedly they love your love. Kind of a relationship when you could be making an assumption. We think again, no, I'd like you gonna be doing it what you want, and your friend gonna be saying you'll be his woman, and they should do. We feel so hurt that I think you could do like you should know, but you make an assumption that the other person really wants a whole drama that you had because of this assumption. Then you put it back on top of it. It's very interesting to know the human mind works and flows and justifies everything, and then you explode and understand it away when you no longer feel safe. Millions of questions that need to have answers, otherwise you're gonna pay for the anger that creates and resonating. You can't believe it, you just made this important, and you're gonna see correction from the others that can make you be. And this is assumptions others wanna tell. That's why you do it before you get gentrified in your hell. Y'all making assumptions when you don't tell them something that you make assumptions to a feel. Don't whether you get to replace or communicate in the way to hear something and contemplate. We make assumptions, but we're gonna mean that we believe that we really make all sorts of things, cause we don't have the courage to ask questions. Are you a Superman? Do you have the courage? Because when assumptions are made so fast and consciously most of the time, because they have an agreement to communicate in this way in time. Did you double rhyme time? I guess I did. Cause it's prime time. What? No, you're just gonna twist everything like you don't even know. No, here we go. We have agreed that it's not safe to ask questions if you have to have the people love us in the way that we want to know. Otherwise we feel like we don't have control, and we believe something that we assume is right, but really it's the point to destroy the relationship that we have in order to make it defend our position. Whatever it is, maybe you should make an decision with an assumption, but it's really not trusted. Everyone sees it like the way they do, assuming that's the way others think as well. No, but they've been fooled. Feel the way that they feel. The judge is just the way they judge it. Abusive, it's just not like nothing. The biggest assumption that the humans make is that we're gonna have fear ourselves in our own way, because they think everyone is just judging us. Then they victimize us, abuse us, ridicule us and ourselves before I have a chance to reject us. Already rejected by ourselves and the human mind. I guess that's the way it works. So we don't gonna be making assumptions the way it was, but you can't cope with the creator of the end, the conflict of no love. Cause I think I'm able to do this. Your assumption makes you, for instance, discover nothing. You aren't able to do it. You're overestimated, underestimated yourself because you haven't taken all the time for the questions or the answer. Perhaps you need to gather more facts. He hails from a crazy place inside of his mind. Your defending champion, your assumptions. A particular situation. Maybe you need to stop lying to yourself. Why? Often you've got relationship with someone, but you can't really be justifying it like that person, only one that you see. So you're denying the things that you got, like about the person in line, when you're gonna be making yourself right. Assumptions when you're gonna be taking it. My love is changing this person, but that's not true. Your love gonna be changing your body, and it doesn't change us, huh? It's because they want to change, not because you change them. Remember that this happens between the two of you. You get to get hurt, suddenly you didn't, and now you want to believe it's his or her, but it's amplified by your emotional poison. You justify emotional pain and you blame everyone for the choices, but you justify them. Otherwise the love is more like, oh, annoying. How could it be the change? What it means it's really not about them, but you're just schooling them. Oh, maybe, of course, you decide to live with someone, but the agreement is always better when it's of that sort. No, it's just like oh crap, here we go. You waited, want it like it was to be. Find someone whom you don't have to change. At all, it's much easier to find someone who already is the way that you want her to him be, instead of trying. Also, that person must just love you the way that you are, even if you're a stupid, drunk retard. No! So he or she is like the change of every single thing. Otherwise, you in danger. Means that they really don't know the way that you are. So why you be someone else and not a superstar? We could be what you want when we all don't have to have a false image. But you love the way I am, okay? Let's go for it. And that's why I said bye-bye, bitches. Find someone else. It may sound harsh, but this is the kind of communication when you make these agreements. To the others, when you be impeccable, finding the word, making the assumption for your partner. Like you're eventually gonna be seeing everyone else, communicating, making the change completely about your relationship, but no longer suffering with the conflicts to make mistakes in your assumption. If you feel that, then you make it like it was a question, but you ought to have the communication clear. Do you understand? But you get the courage when there's no fear. When you wanna do not assume, then you know that the situation is the answer of the assumption, because you know the truth, so don't make assumptions. Also find your voice, what you ask for and what you want. Everybody has a right to tell. You know it, yes, but you always have the right to be asking likewise. Everybody has the right thing to ask in your mind, right way to say yes or no. You don't understand something, then you let it go. You're the better of, you're asking to get clear instead of you're making assumptions. The day you're stopping there making the assumption, you'll communicate clearly, clear and be free of emotional pain that you create day to day. Without making your assumptions, you'll become impeccable. The clear communication of the double-edged sword in the relationship will change, not only with your partner, but everyone else, okay? That's amazing. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. That is so great. You won't need to make assumptions. Everybody becomes so clear. That is part of the metote. Yeah, part of the metote.
That's what I'm saying, baby. Alright, here we go. Now you won't need to make an assumption because everything becomes so clear. That's why I want you to know that right here, this becomes impeccability with other humans. Well, I think this is great in this way. Impeccability is the word, that's what you say. There's no wars and no violence. That's what I'm saying. No misunderstandings.
All our human problems should be resolved if you hear the good, clear communication. And it is then there, the third degree mark. Don't make any assumptions.
Just saying that you sound easy when you understand how difficult it is to do, but you gotta practice.
Otherwise, exactly the opposite. These habits and routines gonna be a part of it. Becoming like your habits gonna be totally engages and engaging for the information of the idea and really to see in your mind, in your mirror, your reflection as a being. Now your reality is different than action. If you have an action that strengthens your will, nurtures the seeds and establishes it. Now it's solid and not concealing of the foundation within.
A new habit to grow after many repetitions. These are the agreements. So impressive, and I mean it. Become the second nature.
Yo, crush out with the magic back before we transform. Your back magician coming back like it wasn't that way before we became the Bronco, the Blanca, the magician of those, the magician of cold. Beat the work of the creation, giving up the sharing of the love, making the agreement to habit. The whole life is complete with the transformation just happened in your life. You're glad when it comes back easily from the past to free you through you. Now this is just a mastery of the interior, the mastery of the spirit, the mastery of love is mastery of gratitude. Mastery of life, the goal of the Toltec. Yo, this is love.
This is love, this is love, this is love.
Now, baby.
And this is the path to a personal freedom, freedom.
This is love, this is love, this is love,
Come get some, elevated by chapter 5, fourth agreement. Yo, there's just one more agreement. Understand, you got to believe it. Become deeply ingrained so you can be this thing that you're not without the action. The first 3 are
always do your best under any circumstance.
Wait, I thought that was the 4th one.
Yeah, always do your best under any circumstance.
It is the 3rd. That's absurd. But you're always doing your best, you can never less, if you're of the mind, best never was contest, if you are the same for the moment to the next, experiencing everything alive, changing all in time. So your best will be sometimes high quality, but otherwise it's just as good as you waking up like you hadn't had coffee. So technically it's really like, oh, F-U, beep, enginize, energize. Oh gosh, I guess that was my best.
That wasn't very impressive. You should have another coffee again.
Who your best gonna be better on the tired days? No, it's gonna be the best in a different way. When you're healthy as opposed to being sick, you're gonna be sober or drunk. It depends whether your best be feeling wonderful and happy. Oh, I'm upset and angry and jealous and butt flapping. I ate too much alfalfa, I guess. Okay. In your everyday moods, your best can change from one moment to another.
From 1 hour to the next.
Yo, a day to another, best to change over time. Build the habit of the full agreement in your mind. Be the best, become better. It used to be, regardless of the quality. Keep doing your best, your best. I be the best. Number one.
This is serious.
We could make you delirious.
You should have a healthy fear of us,
'cause too much of us is dangerous. Yeah, that's why no more, no less. You do your best, try to do hard. Otherwise, more, no. Spending it like energy, you need to be it till the end. Best is not enough, but you could overdo it. You depleted yourself against yourself. No longer do you accomplish your goal. You're trapped in the hell that you had before you know it. A subject of yourself, frustrated. All the judgment, the guilt, regrets.
I just said to do your best. Come on, man.
In the circumstance, the domestication of man would be me saying just to do your best. You should believe that, otherwise it doesn't make you sick and tired. Always gonna do your best, your judgment of yourself. If you're judging yourself,
What you're here for.
then you're gonna suffer from the guilt and blame and the self-punishment that you give yourself every day.
By always doing your best.
Will he then break the spell?
Yes, if you do your best, it will happen.
Well, there's a man who wanted to transcend suffering into a way that it would make sense. So he went to the Buddhist temple and he talked to a master to help him. He went to the master and asked him, he said, "Master, if I meditate for 4 hours a day, how long will it take for me to transcend?"
The master looked at him and said, "If you meditate for 4 hours a day, perhaps you will transcend in 10 years.
A decade? Yeah. The man thought he could do better, so he said, "Oh, master, what if I meditated for 8 hours faster every day? How long would it take me to transcend in that way?"
The master looked at him, looked at his face. He said, "If you meditate for 8 hours a day, perhaps you will transcend in twice as long, 20 years.
What? That can't be right.
But why will it take me longer if I meditate more? The man asked, and the master replied,
You are not here to sacrifice your joy of life. You're here to be happy and to love. So it's best to do it 2 hours of the meditation and spend the other 8 hours instead growing, being fed, knowing what to do, not being tired. Otherwise, you won't be able to choose the enjoyment in your life.
so do your best, do your best, do your best.
Don't do your worst.
No, do your best, do your best, do your best.
It's inconceivable.
I make decisions, I'm a decider. Alright. People, will you learn? No matter how long you meditate, you can live, love, and be happy. Doing your best, will you be doing it like your life is intensely? The same way it's productive, like it's meant to be. Good to be yourself because you're giving yourself a family. Committed to everything, the action isn't going. Then you feel the flow when it's flowing. Feel intensely happy and you let it go growing. Like it was the seed that you planted. Always do your best, take the best action. Yeah, doing your best, man. You're taking the action because you love it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're expecting some reward. That's not the opposite, man. You gotta take action, yo. Don't do anything to enjoy it unless it really was for you to enjoy it. The reason why they don't do the best is because they don't enjoy what they do. So, for example, when people go to work every day, they're just thinking of the payday money that they will make, looking for what they are doing. They can hardly wait for the Friday or Saturday, whatever day they receive all the money. Can they take time off to working for a reward? The result is that they resist the work, try to avoid all the action. It becomes absurd, so difficult. They can't be what they are, work so hard for a week long, suffer run, but they take the action to be framed in what they feel. Now they gonna know that they pay the rent, and they gonna support the family, but the frustration is still there. They do not receive the money for what they're doing. They're unhappy, man. And then it's like, dude, I'm unhappy during the days I keep working, man, and they want to, and it's like, man, I try to escape work, and then they get drunk, and I get drunk because they don't know what to do with life, and then there's many ways that they hurt ourselves. They don't really know who we are, baby. Yeah, on the other hand, don't be taking action, but thinking of what you're doing without the expectation. You got rewards, be finding it like you enjoy the action that you take, so all the rewards are gonna come. But you're gonna need what you'll be saying when you never even knew more than you imagine for yourself, or you expected a fancy reward. If we like to do what we like to do, then we like to do our best. Really be enjoying life having fun with all the rest. But you be getting bored and you be frustrated. Now you be knowing that you can't be the judge of opportunity, so you feel guilty. Can you explain this? Yes, I feel like I've done my best, but this is just a judge that comes in to judge me with the book of law. No, I did my best, then there's no regrets. That is why we always do our best, easily agree, keeping up with
The Joneses, the Darbojo, in agreement. Easy come, easy go, set you free.
Oh, when you do your best, you learn to accept yourself, but you have to be aware. To learn from your mistakes and learning what the mistakes are, meaning the practice, and look at honesty, and the results is keeping practice and increasing awareness. But really doesn't feel like this, because you enjoy whatever you've been doing. Always do your best. So do your best, you will enjoy it. Yeah. So do it in a way where you do not have negative repercussions for it. Yeah, you do your best because you wanna do what you wanna do, and that is why you got the mortals. Front it off with the people wanna be saying it. Nah, you take it back, baby, I'm just playing it, man.
Broken
If I
finger,
gotta do the
straight
action,
class
you can have no way to do that. So do your best. Now you know your best is like it never was. Make you happy.
I won't do the best for pleasing you, but taking action to enjoy the action.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like, perverted.
Action about living, feeling fully like it was the inaction of the way to deny. And inaction is sitting in front of the television every day and night for years at a time.
Afraid I'm alive.
Or risk expressing what you are, expressing what you're really doing. You could be number one,
But you got many great ideas in your head that make a difference with the action. But without the action upon an idea, then there's no manifestation, no results. Okay?
A good example comes from the story of Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does.
That's right. Lieutenant Dan Urlot paid some carrots. Didn't he have a great time?
But he took the action when he was happy because he always did the best. Whatever he did, he lived richly and rewarded. But it wasn't an expectation of being rewarded. It was a way of him doing it, feeling alive, taking the risk, going out and expressing himself. Yo, the dream. This is different than imposing your dream on someone else. It's the evidence that it's the right way to express his or her dream. Doing your best is a habit that you can really see what is best for everything. Feel it like you do it when it's rituals. You're gonna be making it a choice. Yeah, to believe it's just a ritual. You'll believe that you'll believe that.
Do you believe that you believe, that I believe, that you believe, that we believe, that there is a bereavement to believe this believing? Sir, I make everything a ritual, and I can always do my best.
I take a shower rubbing my balls for hours. It's a ritual, but really the action's for me to just have my pubic hair grow. I'm sorry, this is disgusting. I just want to feel and enjoy the water on my body.
What? This is totally masochistic. No, it's not. It's different. It's a kid in the kitchen. Why is he in the kitchen taking a shower?
He needs to have all the body to give himself the body to receive all the power. In India, they perform ritual, the puja. This ritual take the idols to represent the god. Many different forms. You're the Krishna.
Then they bathe him and feed him and give him love to him. It's like a chanting of the mantras to the idols. Hey, Lord Krishna, totally important. This is the way that we perform.
The ritual they say, I love you Krishna. God is the life, God is the action. Krishna is the destroyer of the worlds. But I love you God, I love what you do with the universe. With the Atman, the Brahman, the best way to say that I'm gonna be thanking you, God, today for letting it go by the past of the living moment back to the present. Know that I can own it, whatever it is, and I can just make an incision to go directly with it. Are you suffering or letting go of the past? Allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. You hear a joke, you should laugh. Let it go, it means you enjoyed the dream. What's happening?
If you live in the past dream, don't enjoy what's happening. Oh no. Because of the way that you wish it was different than what it is. Oh no. There is no time to miss anyone, anything, because you're alive. Not enjoying this is happening. Left or right or wrong? No, it's not living in the past, bro. Because if you think being alive is gonna lead to a tendency of self-pity and suffering in your mind, dude, you're totally tearing yourself with tears in your own rear. But if you were born in the right way to be totally, like ferocious and scrambunctious, then I'd say that you're happy, dude, because these ladies are H-O-T for the B-O-B. You were born, bro, right in front of love, dude, eternities. And that's why you share your love, man. You're alive. Come to life once again.
Yeah, you got resistance passing by through y'all. The God gonna be passing. You need to trust with existence of the God. It proves the existence of the life and the energy of everyone we living when they need to know. They don't need to prove anything or just be. Then they taking a risk in your life and it all matters. Say no, what no? Well, when you do it, do your best. When you don't, do your best anyway. So, do not do the right. Otherwise, the seed that is planted really not your nature in your mind. You need to take all the knowledge, leave it behind. The philosophical concepts that leak you blind. Need to accept the others otherwise. It's gonna be expressed in the divinity, alive, loving in you and me. It's the expression of what the gods say. Hey, I love you, baby. Yeah. Yo, the first 3 agreements be the way that it works for doing your best. You don't expect that it'll always be happening, but to be able to be impeccable with the word, the routine, and the habit that be too strong. Keep it firm, rooted in your mind. If you don't know, a root beer float would be great. Can you please bring it by for my lunch date? Okay, don't expect that they will ever take anything personally. Just do your best. Don't expect to see anything that makes an assumption like it wasn't free of the gossip that's in your mind. Yo, certainly by doing your best. The habits of misusing the word can make you unrested. It be a personal arrested.
Did I say arrested? Oh, gosh. You've been arrested for arresting the rest of these words, brosif.
Yeah. Yo, my assumptions, man, they become weaker.
Yeah, let's frequent, man. Yo, let's frequent time. Yeah, judge yourself, feel guilty. Yo, your opponent, your mind. Yeah, we got some hardcore rhymes. Yeah. Yo, cannabis is unequivocally the illest killing machine. The music industry trapped in the building since the 20th century. What you wanna be? Here we go. Yo, you following?
Yo. Come get some.
If you're doing your best, the best is feeling good about yourself and make assumptions, y'all. In the hood, old school things are still not impeccable of the word. Now you can't always doing your best if you're over again, like you'll be the master of the transformation you're practicing. Feeling like it wasn't becoming that, but everything is learned once again from repetition. Living to learn, to write, to drive, to walk. It's all in your mind. You the master of practice. Feeling it quick, but not the sickness of the gift God. Going back, speaking the language because you all practice. It is the action, the difference, and the task is.
If you do your best, then you can search a personal freedom. Otherwise, it's your love. Discover all the matter. Time before you find otherwise. Be about daydreaming when you look into the sky. Searching for the hours. Dreaming it's like counting all the sheep, maybe all the clouds. Thinking, I'm going to be stand up.
As a human, we have to honor men and women. No, respect your body.
Enjoy your body. And love everybody.
Oh, when I enjoy my body, it kind of sounds gross. Do you have the ads for the Nordstrom's bra section?
You clean and heal your body because everybody gonna be making your body be feeling really good. It's the puja body that's communion with you and your God. Representer Krishna. Don't need to worship the idols of the Virgin Mary, Christ and the Buddha. Praise be to Jesus. If you can't want it, you're feeling good. You're back with it. Yo, you honoring the body back with everything when it changes in your patch that. You're the love every part of the body, the plant and the seed. But now you're amid the growth. Before you could never see the honor that you bestow. You respect the body immensely. Every action becomes a ritual. You're honoring the God, Lord, the Krishna. Before the steps and that, you honor that like it was every thought and every motion. Fuck the God. You got belief in yourself before the right or wrong. Did it like the communication of the God. But now you live in the dream without the judgments, the minds, in the freedom of those gossiping. Yeah, cross about the factor. For the back when you got to attack your strategically together. Try to the hell, but impeccable with your work. Don't take anything personal.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah. When you all forget that there's assumptions, yo, you wanna get that, you best bust this with the beautiful light, and y'all control the life 100% with your mind. Yeah. Y'all got that, you need it. Agreements, the summary, the mastery, the transform, the transformer, the masteries of the Toltec and so on. When you transform heaven or the hell, dreaming like a planet and transform yourself. Personal dream of the heaven, knowledge of there, but then you're waiting for to use it. The full agreements, yeah. You adopt and agree, respect the meaning. and the power to do your best. Yeah. Every day, every hour. So would you check that? Come back to reflection of your mind. A simple logical way for you to be a child. You can't even understand the way that was said was strong, but now you get to keep the agreements. So why would you get in the hand the path of obstacles? Coming back like you sabotage. Commitment on the new agreement. Thinking that you're gonna be coming around and be sitting in the back, but now it's just like, go got the problems, yeah, agreements. If you want part of this, then you're gonna be dreaming.
That's right, baby. And that's why you need to be a great hunter and a great warrior. When you defend these 4 agreements in your life, it is gonna be great, okay?
So you're gonna be defending the 4 agreements in your life.
The warrior with the goal to transcend the whole world, escaping from the hell that's within and coming back. You listen to the Toltec and the reward to transcend as a human. You're experiencing the suffering to become an embodiment of the God, but that's the reward. So now you're gonna be using every bit of the power. That's the power.
Base! When you got to succeed, keeping up these elements I didn't expect, but you could do it first. As I fallen many times, but I stood up and kept going, fell it again, and then I kept going. I go that way, I feel sorry for myself, and if I fall, I'm strong enough and intelligent as hell, so I can get it up, and I can do it. Yes, I can.
I stood up and I kept going. I fell. I kept going, and each time I kept making it easier and easier, and so it was the beginning was hard and so difficult. So if you fail, do not judge, do not give your judge satisfaction of turning into a victim. No, it's tough to be yourself and stand up and make an agreement. Yeah, agreement only, I broke my agreement. To be impeccable with my word, I can start over again. I'm gonna be going to the 4th agreement just for today. Today I will be impeccable with my word. I will not take anything personal. I will not make assumptions. I'll do my best, yo. And let's say those again. Those are totally great. The 4 agreements just for today. I will be impeccable with my word. I will not take anything personally. I will not make any assumptions. And I'll always do my best. Yeah, the Mad Hatter, when he comes back again tomorrow. Otherwise, you tip your hat. The next day, it'll be difficult at first, but it'll become easier and easier as you practice these words. Discover your life with the 4 agreements. No. That's why you surprise and your life is transformed. You don't need to be religious or go to church every day. You love yourself with respect and growing. Now you do it, you know that it's also good to be concerned about the future. Keep your attention on today. Forget about the past or the future. Just be here in this way. Just live one more day, time at a time, step by a step, inch by an inch, brain by your brain. Now, I hope I don't think I'm stupid anymore. That's stupid to say. Oh gosh, what stupidity. I'm lost and be filled with absurdity. Agreements gonna be saying that it's easy for you. Otherwise, today be the beginning of a new dream. Chapter 6. The Toltec Path to Freedom. Breaking all the agreements. Other ones that talk about all your freedom. Yeah. All around with the world, different people, different races. Gonna be taking countries, fighting for them, all the freedom. But the freedom be the way that we speak. Get about the country, feeling all really free, but really what you wanna be. No answer to it. We're not free. Freedom has that in the spirit, but they see that we are really stopping us from being. The blame government and the weather and our parents, of course. And I blame religion and God, and I blame everyone that really stops me from being free. But actually, we only stop ourselves. What we do is really mean to be free. Sometimes we could be barred from the mind. Married and we say that we lose it of our freedom in a divorce. No, she took my appendix in the divorce. That's gross, and she meant it. Still, like it was fermented, you stop for free. What's stopping us? Ourselves are jealousy. No, our memories long ago. Yo, it used to be in the way that was loved and lovely. But I didn't want to be that way. I'd rather be free. But I've forgotten what freedom really means. It's like a child spoiled rotten. It's 1, 2, 3, perhaps 4 years old when you find a free human. It's the last time don't you know? Cause the human will believe what they're told and what he or she thinks she should do. The human completely is wild, really like a flower or like a beast in the wild. See a tree or any animal, then you know that they've been domesticated. Observing all the humans that are 2 years, you could find that they're mostly like timeless, cool dudes, exploring the world. But now they're afraid to play because they're afraid that they could get hurt. Oh man, they may be hungry or something like that. I could eat bologna sandwich. Don't worry about the past, don't worry about the future, only in the little present.
Oh gosh. I feel so good right now, you know? Because, like, everyone's connecting and talking, and, like, these are the 4 agreements.
Everyone can do this.
That's right.
Yes, most things in here don't react well to bullets. Get down, get in the chopper. Yeah, very young children are afraid to express what they feel, so long as they don't perceive the muscles. Yeah, it's like I'm coming, all afraid of what they are. Description, get in the chopper. Like I said, nothing is normal. Yeah, here we go, yeah.
Yes, I'm afraid of the future. I'm ashamed of the past. Normal home. No, a normal human being as a child. We are not afraid.
I'm so ashamed. I'm normal human is my tendency to enjoy my life, really. I just wanna play and be silly, be happy and to love.
But what happened to the adult human?
The adult human is like a doctor. They've been doctored, adulterated. Then they are so different, not the wild. But they gonna know that they got the clothes on and they're not naked.
Is that a pun about Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve? And eating the apple from the tree? And then they thought they were not, wearing clothes? Man, alright.
The point of view of the victim is that they know what they knew, and that happened to us and happened to the point of view of the warrior. Make it happen if it was normal, but not to us. What has happened is that they could have the book of law, be a judgment, and now you'll be a victim. Who rules our lives? We're no longer free because of the judge inside.
Maybe I could be a victim and use the belief system as a way to use my victimization against them, and I can control them by being a victim. I suppose that's right. Are you with this?
Once our minds has been programmed from the garbage that we learned from the lands, we could no longer be happy. This is a chain of the training that we got from the human to human, from generation to generation. Perfectly normal in human society? No, it's more like Satan's notoriety for the knowledge. Oh gosh.
You don't need to blame your parents for teaching you to be like them, but you could blame yourself for believing that bullshit.
Yo, they did it like it was the best that they could. If it was absurd, then it'd be abused. But my bond is my word. Your own domestication is your fears. Whether it be your beliefs in your ear, it be controlling of the programming. Now you're gonna be receiving what you have, and you couldn't really behave differently. Is this not a need to blame your parents? It's their fault. Oh gosh, they abused me. Oh gosh. But it's really time to stop the abuse. It's time to be free of the tyranny of the judge by changing all the foundations of agreement, baby. You be free to roll the victim. Really, you could remember just when you were a little child. Sometimes it comes out, but you just be playing, singing the words out your mouth when you paint it. If you write in the poetry or piano, you'll be doing musically when you express it yourself like it's poetry. You the best, kid. These are happiest moments of your life. Now you really comes out. It cares like about now. Is it past noon? No, it's more like the ass on a baboon. Hey Bob, stop having fun. Darbojo, the representer. Worry about the future. If you be a child, you're childlike. Be the priesthood of the lesser. Then it be the mind. Change with responsibilities with the judge. Cornholio, wait for a second. Responsible, y'all gonna do it. You're totally sweet, dude. Yeah. Howdy ho, everybody. Gonna be having a living, making money, responsibilities come to mind. Your face is changing, serious again. But the children, when they play adults, the faces change. Let's pretend I'm a lawyer right away. The faces go too, it's like a frown, a sad day. But the court is that face, so they see this, and that's where they are. Still children, but we have lost our freedom. And And you know what people are afraid of? Now, how's the church lady go? Satan! That's so funny. You know what I'm saying, dude? Dude. Yo, you got the freedom. Looking for the freedom in ourselves. Do you need it? Express ourselves. I'd like to express a question. Otherwise, I don't know. What the thing's gonna be pleasing to the others, accepted by them, but I'm living in, but a bitch struggling to please ourselves. What really happening with the freedom in society? Society ruling all around the world like 1,000 people, or maybe 999 be domesticated. That's really sad if you really like that. But if you really like that, worst part of the morse is that you're aware you're not free. Something inside whispers, you're not free. But I don't believe that disease of not being free. You understand? This is this and that is that. You and me, but it be the freedom of the problem when the most people live like they live it, but they can never discover that the judge and the victim in the mind rule them. Therefore they're lost with the chance to be free because they were taught all this insanity and the psychosis of the masses. Freedom is awareness when we need to be aware of why we're not free. In order to be, we need to be aware of the problem. Otherwise, we're not really a problem to solve this. Yeah, your awareness, step. You aware again, there's nothing to change. Step by step, gotta do it like that. You aware within, your mind is full of the wounds, emotional, the poison. Can't bring it back, clean it up, then you heal that. From the wounds you got, you continue the suffering. No reason to do that. You need awareness, baby, when you're in there. When you got enough look on, you can hear. When you transform personal dream, your dream gonna be real, you'll see, baby. Start intelligent with your belief now. You could get it when you're wounded. How? Even true when you find yourself suffering from the drama. But nothing. Why you got the drama when you feel it like you're never gonna be stopping inside your mind based on noise. And why it'll be important to be the master of your own dreams. So on it, the Toltec became dream masters. If they know the life manifestation of the dream is an art, you change your life right now. Let's start.
Use the 4 agreements and I mean it. I swear to God, if you don't, I'll send you to Venus. I can make a wiener joke, but I won't. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say it. Venus.
You're the control of the dream by making choices. Everything the consequences of the dream. Be your mastering of the consequences. To be a Toltec is a way of life. If there's no leaders, no followers in your mind, when you have no truth, then you live it right. Toltec becomes wise, you become wild. You become free again. Like you're gonna just see the masteries that lead people to becoming a Toltec. First is the mastery of awareness. You're becoming like you're gonna be checking out with the possibilities of a second mastery. You'll be transformed, how you change to be free of domestication. The third thing is the mastery of a Toltec. Beyond the view, part of the life is the transformation of the energy possible. But you feel seen least, it's Godspeed. The compass that you follow encompasses all energy. We call it God, kid. Yeah, intent to live life is the God king in your mind. The mastery intent of the master of the love. Yo, you take the Toltec path of the freedom. Find it like you're gonna have the entire map for breaking free of domestication. We just follow the 4 agreements, guys. There's 4 of them, and we do them all, and everything's gonna be great. I know why I like you.
Why?
I don't know. I know what tomorrow will be.
What is it tomorrow?
I don't know.
I love you, bro.
Alright.
When you talk about the Toltec path to freedom, an entire map for breaking up the free domestication. They compare the judge to the victim. Belief system, a parasite that invades the human mind from the Toltec point of view. Now understand, all humans are domesticated and they're sick. Is that true? Yes, it is, because the parasite controls the mind and the brain and almost your soul. So the food for the parasite is the negative. That's why your emotions come from fear. Description of the parasite is something that's living off your mind, and it be sucking the energy without
any useful contribution. Return from hurt and you lost, little by little when you judge the victim.
So don't believe the system.
together they compromise. Why you living made of psychic contradictions? The old and alive when you feel your energy. Material alive, but it won't be. I live a dream, I'm eternal. I'm material, I heard your energy, but we know, your function of the brain transform into material energy. But the brain is the factory of our emotions, and it was the main function to the mind of a dream. Toltec believe that a parasite judge a victim. The belief system has control of your mind, but personal dream is a persona of the parasite that lives on y'all. But it doesn't give anything that really makes y'all give more energy. Your body survives an emotion and the fear that thrives inside of you. But now the drama's inside of me, suffering the freedom that we seek within to use your own mind and body. That's why when you got some of this, you gotta stop the belief system, otherwise you discover the mind controlled by the judge and the victim. It is real us. In the corner we have two choices. Yo, we live in it, that's who we are. Surrender to the judge to keep the living dream of the planet. Yo, the second choice is to do what we do as children. When our parents try to domesticate us, we can rebel. No, we can declare war. I would declare peace though, against the parasite, the war against the judge. Maybe peace for the parasite, but the victim of the war. All about independence, war for the right to use our own mind, our own brain, the left and right side of the shamanic traditions in America, in Canada, and Argentina, and everywhere else. The people call themselves warriors. Alright. We are here because they're at war against the parasite in the mind. That is the real meaning of a warrior. The warrior rebels against the invasion of the parasite from hell. Otherwise the rebels declare the war. The warrior saying, y'all, we don't need this anymore. Win the war. Hey, we might lose, but as long as you do your best, everything's okay, dude. At least you have a chance to be free. Choosing this path gives you the least path to resistance. The dignity of rebellion ensures that everyone have lost the victim. It's only whimsical emotions, poisonous emotions of the others. Even if we succumb to the enemy, the parasite is among those of the victim, and you will not fight back. But at best, you're gonna be a warrior, given to the opportunity to transcend the dream of the planet, to change our personal dream, to dream a little thing of heaven just like that. It's not hell, the heaven exists there. Now you maybe fall and you fell, but get back again. You do your best, now when you're happy, you gotta free to the love and who you really are. Yo, you're gonna reach heaven while you be alive. Wait until we die, always be presented. Kingdom of the heaven, everywhere we are. Need to be there, eyes we be seeing, hearing who we are. Hear the truth, baby. Need to free from the parasite. Compared to the monster, you're the thousands box one. We are the parasite, the fear to have. Otherwise, be free to destroy. No. Our solution to be tackling the parasite head by head, which really means to face our fears one by one. Step by step, the slow process, but it works often. Every time we face one of our fears, we just have a little more freedom. Expected approach, if it stops to defeat the parasite, to give the parasite any food, you kill him. Oh no. The parasite by starvation, to do this we gain a control of our emotions, and then we refrain from a fueling from emotion. Come back from the fear, we know that. Yeah. This is so easy to say, difficult to do, but it's difficult to do because you're the judge, the victim inside you. The third solution called initiation of the dead. Initiation of the dead is found in the many traditions of esoteric schools all around the world. Egypt, India, and Greece, and America too. It's a symbol of death which kills the parasite without harming our physical body. When we die, symbology with the parasite, and its life is gone, the faster than the two solutions. But it's more difficult because it's a little more abrupt. We need a great deal of the courage to face the angel of death. The angel of death. We need to be very strong. Let's take a closer look at these solutions. Yo, the art of transformation.
Yeah, art of transformation.
Art of transformation, the dream of the second attention. Yo, the art of transformation, yeah.
We have now that you dream. You are living now. A result of being outside your dream.
You're hooking your attention, you're
Leading.
oh,
Your belief leads in the parasite.
you're the process of domestication can be called the dream of the first attention because it's how you were for the first time when you created your crappy dream, dude. Your dream sucks. That's okay, bro, because I just live life to make bucks. But you can change the beliefs and you focus your attention on all those agreements and beliefs.
And change your agreements with yourself, man. That's right, man.
Yeah, so like I've been at here for a couple of days, giving attention to the first time. Creating a dream is full on, felt real good. I was down there in Manganui, thinking that we had a new dream. But the difference is you're no longer innocent when you were a child.
Is that not true?
Yo,
You didn't have a choice, but you're no longer a child.
yeah, yo. But what you choose, you believe. What not to believe, choose to believe in.
Anything includes believing in yourself.
Yo, the first step to become aware of the fog in your mind. Every care that you had, leave it behind. Dreaming of all time, only with awareness. Do you have the possibility of transforming your dream to awareness of the whole drama? Understand, forgive your father, forgive your mama. The life is the result of believing what you believe. Not really well, but you can be at the beginning and change. Time will tell. However, to really change your beliefs, you need to focus on attention. And that's why you change. Maybe I should mention with these agreements.
You want to change before you believe it.
Yo, it's right. Yo, I make decisions. So the next step is to deliver awareness of all the self-limiting face that you have, that you fear-based. Believe that you're making it unhappy. You need to have no longer taken a taste of the inventory of all that you believe in your story. The agreements through the process begin with the transformation. Have the Toltec, if they have the art of the transforming, then they have the whole mastery. And you know,
You achieve mastery, transforming by the changing, but you're basically gonna make it reprogramming of your mind. One way to explore.
to adopt the alternative beliefs for the four agreements. So the decision to adopt the four agreements is a declaration of war to regain your freedom from the parasite. Full of the agreements of the possibility of emotional pain. So open the door freely to enjoy your life, otherwise you're gonna stay insane.
Begin a new dream, begin a new dream. Begin a new impossibility.
If you are interested in the four agreements that you created by using them to assist in the art of transformation, then you can break limiting agreements to gain more personal power, and you become stronger every second, every minute, every hour that you use them. The four agreements to break until the moment comes when you make it your core. All of those agreements become one.
Going to the core of those agreements, where they go into the desert. Into the desert, baby.
Yeah. Oh man, in the desert with a horse with no name. When you go into the desert, you meet your demons.
Nah, man. Maybe I could beat him in a violin fiddler thing. What, like when the devil went down to Georgia?
Face to face, when you're coming out the desert with the demons, they become angels. Practicing the four agreements is the angle that you want to take to act in big power. Breaking all the spells of the black magic in your mind requires all the people with the personal power. Every time you break an agreement, you gain extra power. But then you start breaking these little agreements and it devours
requires less power and small agreements they be broken. And your personal power will increase until you've reached a point where you finally can face your demons.
For example, when the little girl was told not to sing no more, well, now she's 20 years old and she still don't like to sing. When she can't overcome these beliefs and thinking that her voice isn't ugly, she could say, okay, I'll try to sing even if I do it badly. Then I can pretend someone gonna be clapping, telling her, oh, that was beautiful. This may be the break of the agreement, just a tiny bit to say that you are. However, you need to have a little more power, courage to try again. You should maybe just finally break that agreement that your voice is ugly. That is one of the ways out of the dream of hell. But every agreement breaks the spell. Make it suffering to replace it, oh well. Make it happy, no, you're in jail. Old agreements by continuing back occupy the space in the new agreement. The old agreement is gone forever. In its place is the new agreement. Old ones in severed, stronger through the beliefs. Make it like the process, make you a belief that it's no longer hopeless. Wanna do it, you'll be fucking saying that you'll be dope as shit, I be cussing a lot in slow process, living it like it was my best, not the opposite. But now the domestication is the opposite. You expect, break it now, like one day break an agreement. Difficult is the power of the word, and what's your power of the will of the agreement? What you have, same amount of the power to change an agreement. What you need with the less power. If you used to make agreements, then you almost got the personal. I've got power. Base. Get to do with that, y'all, right to the face. Invested, keeping agreements. We have a self, thus believing. Agreements are actually a strong addiction. We have to have that, not a fiction. If it is inflicted with the addiction of the anger and the pain and the self-pity in the way. We have beliefs and they tell us, I'm not good enough, I'm not intelligent, and why should I try? Other people do it because they're better than me, right? All of these agreements which rule our old dream of life is a result of repeating them over and over. They must be dissolved. Therefore, adopt that for agreements. You need to do it in repetition in the action. Practicing the agreements in your life is how you're all gonna be doing your best. The repetition starts now. The disciple and the discipline of the warrior, controlling your behavior within. Now you know the story of the Lord, the 4 agreements. Here we go. Imagine that you knock awake early in the morning, flowing with enthusiasm one day, and you feel good, happy with plenty of energy. Face the day, eating a big breakfast to the face. Face with the power of the flood, your emotion comes out. You get to devour all the food with your mouth. You get mad then, all of a sudden emotion when you spend it like the personal power. Feel it like you're gonna be drained. Oh no, you could cry for the whole day, and it starts with the minute and the hour. You're insane. Go to your room and collapse and try to recover, but you spend your day wrapped in the blankets, wrapped in your emotions. You have no energy, like lost in the ocean. Be going like you just wanna walk away from everything just today. I could be awake with a certain amount of mental and emotional physics of physical energy. Okay, today in class, we're gonna go and spend everything emotionally that's depleted with their energy today, okay? Don't just say that you're gonna get an A or a B, cause I know you're gonna get an F cause you're stupid, see? Yo, it will depend on the emotions that you're feeling. When you are angry, everyone around you is wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Oh my gosh, no. Nothing is right, you could blame everything, including the weather and the rain. Or the sun if it's shining too bright, it's too hot. Don't talk about my wife that way. Now talk about the weather. Well, you say she's not attractive? Well, I guess I'll be sad then. Everything around you sad, then it makes you cry. But the tree's gonna make you sad too, cause they're not beautiful enough. In the rain, it looks so sad. I can't complain. Perhaps it's vulnerable to the need to protect yourself in a way I don't really know. From the moment someone will be attacking my mind, yo. Cause I just have to do some TikToks, you know, I have to do so many a day to make sure that I'm popular, and oh my gosh, my teeth are so white. Okay, anyone around you?
Yeah, this is because you got the world, the eyes of the fear. Imagine the human mind as if it was yours, and you got the skin to be touched and healthy, then it feels wonderful. But the perception is if it wasn't, then it would hurt. Now imagine an injury of the skin, cut and infected from bleeding. It's gonna hurt, so you try to cover and protect it. You will not enjoy being touched because it hurts. And now imagine humans in the skin disease as the emotions nobody can touch, because otherwise they're gonna get hurt. What? Everybody has a wound on their skin. Infection is seen as normal once again. The pain is considered like it was. We believe it's supposed to be this way. Can you imagine another day where the humans would have the skin disease? Of course you would hardly hug everybody, cause it'd be pain to be painful. You need to be created, not distance between us. The human mind is exactly this description of the infected skin. Every time I have an emotion,
Completely covered with infected wounds. The one who's affected by the emotional poison that you consume. But now you have the poison of the emotions that make you suffer. It's so annoying, you're filled with hate and anger,
sadness and envy, actions of injustice open the wounds in my mind. My reaction is emotional poison. Because you got the concepts and beliefs, you got the injustice is what you not need. It's fast, the mind is wounded and full of the processing of domestication. Poison everybody describes is the wounded of your mind. It really seems normal to all the psychotic people who believe what they were taught, I guess.
But consider the normal when you're gonna be telling. Is this really normal? No, this is a dysfunction. It's the dream of the planet and the humans. And the others say that they're sick with the disease called fear. The symptoms of the disease is your emotions. You suffered emotionally, you should take a potion. So there's no more suffering, anger, hate, or sadness, envy, or betrayal. When this is the fear, then you can't have too great of reasoning. Your mind is begin to fail. This just is like a mental illness. It's so chaotic, the behavior occurs in the mind. I say frightened, like what? Are we gonna do something painful? No, just better break the contact with the outside world. If we can see our state of mind as a disease, then we will find there's a cure. Don't have to suffer any longer. It's the 4 agreements. It will make you stronger.
Open up the emotional wounds, take the poison out, heal them completely. Yo, there is no doubt. You forgive those that have wronged us. Now you deserve to be forgiven because you got to be there for longer and stronger, just like you're paying for injustice. But forgiveness is the way you heal. So you forgive everyone. You be filled with compassion for yourself and others.
We can let go of resentment and declare, that's enough actually, sir. Stop right there. Be the big judge against yourself. No. Everything's fine. Hey, you, beautiful lady. Don't beat yourself up. I'm sorry. I was gonna make a joke about your boobs, but I won't. I will no longer be the victim. First, I need forgiveness. I forgive my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my friends. But I don't need to forgive my God, because my God's totally awesome, you know? So why would I do that? I guess if you're reading this book, maybe you should then. I forgive what? Once you forgive God, when you forgive God, you finally forgave yourself. London Bridge is falling down. DBJ. The self-rejection is your mind. The self-acceptance begins. Self-love, it grows so strong.
Yeah, I'm so strong. Finally accepting yourself the way you are. Beginning to see the humor. Forgiveness is the key. I know you knew that.
Forgiveness with someone, then you have enormous emotional reaction. In the name of the person, no longer have emotion reaction.
When someone gonna touch where you used to be, like a wound no longer hurting you and me, then you know that you have to just truly forgive. The truth is like a scalpel cutting you within.
The truth is painful, opens up and the wounds are covered by the lies that we have. You could be healed, but whatever you call is the denial system. The denial system is a good thing. The denial system is a way that we can cover our pain. It's still a function, but once we no longer have the wounds or the poison, we don't need to lie anymore. Be impeccable with your word. Alright, we don't need to deny, no. decisions because the healthy mind is like my healthy skin. You can touch it.
It feels so good.
It's not hurting me, it's actually pleasurable for your mind to be touched when it's clean. Or the problem was more like they could lose control. Emotion control the behavior. I don't really know what the emotions will lose. And what could it be? Don't be saying the things about it when you're saying that you don't know what you want to do. It's important, be impeccable with your words, spiritual warrior. Just like you control your emotions, it's personal. Your power when to change from the fear-based agreements. Take from the hell you create and the personal achievements. Then you can become a warrior. And the certain characteristics of the warrior are to make the whole entire world so you're immune to it. The warrior's aware this is very important.
But what if we're aware in a way where we're at war, and we're at war in our mind? It requires discipline.
Well, not the discipline of a soldier, but discipline of a warrior. The discipline from the outside to tell us you can't be ignoring the way that you should be disciplined in ourselves, no matter what. The warrior control, not control over other humans, but their own soul. What their emotions is their own self, and they lose that they just know well. I am making a big difference as a warrior, and I'm not a victim. Cause the victim is a stupid bitch.
I'm actually a victim. You just victimized me. My middle name's Bitch. That hurts me.
Well, I can be a warrior that refrains from repressing. Oh, represses that? Oh, no, I'm still afraid. You'll show the emotions, afraid of what they could say. Refrain from the same thing, it's a repression. To refrain and hold your emotions, expressions.
Just do what you're told.
No. Not before or later, the warriors are impeccable with the word. It's complete control over the emotions and therefore their own behavior. The intention of the initiation of the dead. If you want to have embracing the angel of death. Oh no. The angel of death? That's crazy. They be snapping my neck, y'all. Find a way to attain personal freedom is prepare ourselves for initiation of the death. Take a death itself, a teacher with the angel of death. He'll be teaching and how it be truly alive. When I become here, I'm ready to die.
Welcome to the jungle, baby. Not gonna die. Yeah, Charlie, sweet. Alright. Howdy ho.
When we have the present to be alive, the truth is that we don't know if we're gonna die tomorrow. So who knows what the idea that we have many years in the future will it last? I'm gonna go to the hospital and meet the doctor. And he tells me I have 1 week to live. What am I gonna do? I got two choices, I guess. One is to suffer because I am gonna die. And I tell everyone, poor me, and I just cry. But the really thing could do is something that's even cooler than that stupid drama than the first choice, and that is to make every moment be happy, every moment you enjoy, everything you do for the rest of this week is to live. Just live and be alive, and we can say I'm living right. No longer am I ruining my life. What do I care what others think of what I am? If I'm going to die in 1 week, yo, maybe I could teach myself the angel of death to be away every day if it was my last, so I could celebrate, forget about my past. Or tomorrow I begin the day by saying that I'm awake, I see the sun and I'm feeling great. I'm going to give my gratitude to the sun, everything, everyone, because I'm still alive, live. And I love my daughters and my sons and my mother and my father and my sisters and my brothers and my cousins and my friends and my teachers, my professors. Everyone teaches me every day, yes,
lesson. It's the way I see my life. And this is what the
Angel of Death, Slayer, Angel of Death.
What? Completely open about owls that know nothing to be afraid of. And of course, I'm gonna treat the people with love, because that's the last thing that I want to be doing every day, is just to love them. I don't know if I'm going to see you again. I don't want to fight with you. I just want to be best friends. Maybe I had a big fight, but I can't do it again. Emotional poisons, I have to can't. No, if I die tomorrow, it's an accident.
Oh my God, my judge, oh Jesus. Please forgive me, I'm so guilty for my sins.
Yeah, everything I told you, everything I need to say, I feel guilty for not telling you. I love you every day, and that love makes me happy. It is the love that I can share without you. What do I need, baby, to deny love, dude? It's like important if you would like love me back. Yeah, if you wanted to love me back, that could be cool. You know, cause like I got some love. You know, if you're available for loving, you know, I'm right here. I'm just saying that sounds pretty good. You know.
Yo, I may die tomorrow, but today I die. No, I die tomorrow happier, cause I be like a super one, the only one to live it like a champion. You could live your life this way, and by doing so, you could prepare yourself with the initiation of death. Oh man, that sounds crazy, but the initiation of the death is a dream. You have it in your mind, it's gonna be like you're gonna die forever. You're gonna have your memories of the parasite gone, and the judge and the victim too, they're out of there. You're out! But the parasite, it really will be gone, and maybe you could die. The initiation of the death, see you later, dude. It's not gonna be easy for the initiation of the death, because the angel of the dead, he's the judge of the victim, and if you don't believe it, he's off with your heads. They don't wanna die, they feel like they're gonna survive, and I'm afraid of death. No, I'm not, I'm totally happy. When we live in a dream, the planet really seems as if we're dead. Who really survives this initiation of the death? They're receiving a wonderful gift of resurrection. To receive resurrection is to arise from the dead, to be alive, to see ourselves erection like a child, to be wild. Wild and free, the difference is that you have the freedom and the wisdom to be saying that you're innocent. Break the domestication, feel the free, yeah, you're gonna heal your mind, surrendering easily to the angel of death.
Angel of Death, bring it.
Angel of death, yeah, bring it. Knowing that the parasite be dying and you're still alive. Healthy is the perfect reason. That's why you and I are free to use our mind to run our own life. That is the Toltec way. The angel of death that teaches us that the angel comes, and again to be the angel of death. And they say what? You can see everything that exists is here, is mine. Your house is mine, your spouse is mine, your children is mine, your car is mine, your career, your money, everything is mine, and I can take it away, cause I'm the angel of death, ripping off your face. Ha! We surrender to the angel of death, and we be happy forever, hanging out with the rest of our days like we're living. It's the last day of our life.
So because of the angel of death, we get to bring the past away in order to make it possible for us to be calm every moment that we have in the past year. Angel of death, angel of death.
Keeps taking the part that is dead, and we keep living in the present. And the parasites wanna carry the past with us to make it so heavy to be alive.
But I face the angel of death.
And we're gonna try to not live in the past. We can enjoy the present, we can dream, but we always wanna be unburdened by the past.
When we're going to live in the present. Thank you to the angel of death.
Yeah, yo, the angel of death. Chapter 7, the new dream, heaven of earth. Oh yeah, it means super cool stuff, I guess. So here we go. Gonna do it with the flow.
If you want to forget, you have learned everything in your life. It's the beginning of an understanding. A new dream, dreaming the life that you're living in your creation. Your perception of reality change every time. Power creating, never do mind. Power to create the hell, not the dream. The new one that's so good, bro. Now your mind, your imagination. Emotions that you dream are in the heaven. Just you use your imagination as a tremendous thing will happen. So imagine that you have an ability to see everything with different eyes that you choose to be. Like you are so free. Thank you to the angel of death. A different way. Now you close your eyes, open up your mind. Now you look outside. What could you see is love coming out of the tree. Love is coming out of the sky, out of everything. Coming out of the light, you perceive love. I love you. I love all you guys. Everything around is a state of bliss. Oh, that's nice. You perceive love, man. You know, like love, man. Directly from everything, man. Including yourself, dude. Human, man. Even when the humans are sad or angry, behind these feelings, it's really not strange to be also sending love, cause that's the way you're using your imagination with your eyes of perception. You want to see yourself living your life. Now your new dream look, but you justify your existence to be free. Who are you? Are you me? What is the truth that you got? Yo, this beat's crazy. Imagine that permission to be happy. Now you enjoy your life, really conflict with yourself and others. Imagine when you live in your feel, expressing your dreams. Now you want to do it, but what are you wanting? To be free and choose the way you really wanted to. And now you're saying that's not anything, it's impossible. Imagine that you're living without the fear, judged from the others. No longer got the rule of the behavior according to the people that you think about. Really, are they responsible? Yo, anyone's opinions that you need to know. Control anyone, then you in control. Either imagine living your life with the judging of the others. Easily forgive the others. Let go of any judgments. Otherwise, you don't have the need to rewrite. Don't take it like anyone else was wrong. That's a sigh. You'll be mine, like I was Raphael with my side. Maybe I could call Michelangelo with his nunchucks. You respect yourself, everyone, and they respect you and expect you to return. Imagine what Donatello would do if he wasn't smart, or be the fear of not being loved. Ask Leonardo, he's the leader. You all know, no longer be rejected. When you need to be accepted, you can feel the love. No longer be shamed or the justification to walk into the world in your heart. Completely as one, not afraid to be hard. Imagine living with your life when you're being like it was. No risk to explore your life in your mind, but now you feel it like it's everything you got inside. But afraid to live the world, you're not be afraid to die. You go with angel of death. Got to do it when you love yourself, who you are. Love your body, love the way that it is. Love your emotions and the way that you do it, kid. Don't know you're imperfect, it's just fine. The reason I ask you is cause why do you imagine that these things really become entirely like a spasm? No, it's possible. Living in the state of grace, in the state of soul. The soul is bliss, the dream of heaven, but in order to have it within, you must first understand what it is. Only love has the ability that puts you in the state of humility, and bliss is like being love, L-O-V-E, below and above. The bliss like you're floating in the clouds, receiving all the love when you got that you are entirely possible. The way this time, let it on, that you could always have it otherwise different from what you are. You're the bliss is because you can change it in agreements when you're dreaming from the different team, but you gotta see a different dream. Once you feel it, then what it means, live the life in a state of bliss. You love it so lovely. You were knowing what you feel it when the heaven is the truth, but all the truth exists. I know that the heaven is due and what is possible up to make your mind and your efforts. 2,000 years ago, Jesus told us about the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of love, but hardly anyone was ready to hear this. They said, "What are you talking about, Jesus? Gosh, will you really, like, you know, my heart's like empty and stuff. I don't feel love. What are you talking about, Jesus? Come on, Jesus. I don't feel the peace that you have. You don't have to do this, just imagine the message of love. Possibly
wonderful, with wonderful, you'll be easy. Know to love your way, your life, now you got to be believing. You can be loving all the time when your choice is what you have not for the reason you got love. If it gonna be your mistakes, then above, be that take the action. Only produce happiness, love will give you inner peace.
Will change your perception of everything and...
Okay, alright.
Marvin the Martian.
What?
Get out of here, dude. We don't need to hear that, dude. I'm just saying, you can say everything with the eyes of love.
Original Roughneck. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
You'll come back from there. Huh? You're gonna be loving that when you feel that way, then you're wrong before. You got the mind, the minute to talk.
The Matote, gone on a permanent vacay. What the humans have to seek and what they say.
For centuries and thousands of the years, be searching for the happiness lost in the paradise. And the humans work so hard to reach this point thus far.
Yeah, evolution of the mind, future of humanity, way of the life and what is possibility. It be the hand of the Moses called the promised land,
And the Buddha called it smells like Team Spirit. No, the Buddha called it Nirvana. Oh, dude, I'm from Seattle, so I just wanted to know if you knew that. Pearl Jam's cool too. But the Jesus called it heaven. The Toltec called it the new dream. Fortunately, you see, and that you identify with all the old things on the planet. Your beliefs and agreements, they're in the fog. Feeling of the presence, feeling of the no love. What's new love? It's the parasite, and I believe it's in you when it doesn't want you to be alive. It's difficult to let it go. You release the parasite and create the space of love. Attaching the judge, attach the victim. Suffering makes you feel safe because you know so well that there be no reason to be the suffering. And only the suffer because you choose to suffer, and you look in your life and you find the excuses of the suffering to have a reason to not find it. But the same is true for the happiness you live it right. Other reason happy because choose to be happy, lost in happiness. Now maybe you can escape from the destiny of being a human that's stuck in the psychosis. But we have to have a choice to suffer our destiny. Enjoy our destiny, no suffering. Oh, we love it so happy. Maybe I can live in hell. You wanna live with heaven? Nah, I'm stuck in hell, bro.
Run the track.
What? My choice is to live here in heaven. What's your choice? Choice. Alright, we got our prayers. Please take a moment to close your eyes and open your heart. Yeah, you feel the love that's coming from your heart. Yeah. I want you to join with the words in your mind, and you can have the heart of the really strong connection of the love together. Got it like it was a prayer experience. Communion of creator. Focus attention on the lungs. The lungs exist. Feel the pleasure of the lungs. Breathe on. Fulfill the biggest need of the human body, which to breathe. Take a deep breath on 1, 2, 3. Feel all the air. Fill your lungs, feel it like the air be nothing but the love. Notice it, the connection between the air and the lung. Connection of the love expanding with the lung. Huge like the body will expel all the air. Exhale all the air, then you feel all the pleasure everywhere. Because we be fulfilling all the need for the human body.
and it gives us a pleasure to breathe and gives us whatever we need. Enough for us to always be happy.
To enjoy life, to just be alive inside. Yeah. Feel the pleasure to be alive, the pleasure of feeling alive, and open your mind. Yeah. So today, for the creator of this universe, we ask you to come with it and we'll share it with you. Cause the strong communion of the love we know is the same. The real name of love is us to have a communion. Now the people sharing on the same vibration. Got the live nation and the frequency you're taking and you're giving. Only was there for you living in the universe today when you help us like what? Who you are, to live life, to be life, to be loved, dude. That was the crappiest beat, and we're right on the end. Help us to love the way you love. Nah, I shouldn't have said crappy. I guess that's my story that I'm holding on to. I should use the 4 agreements and use my word impeccably. But more understandably, the condition of expecting no obligations without any judgment helps us to love and accept ourselves for any judgment.
That is so ridiculous when you have a judge ourselves, and I feel so guilty. I mean, just to be punished. And look at that, everything creates one condition, especially with human beings in their existence, especially those living all around. It's like a relative, people whom seem like they are hard to love. But I love my family because I guess we reject them. Reject ourselves when we feel rejected. It's kinda like we reject you in reflection. Maybe we could love the others to just say that there are no conditions for us to love you unconditionally, except that they are the way they are without the judgment. I'm here to judge you. No, it's Judge Dredd. I forgot that one, dude. Because it goes, I am the law. The law? I'm the law. To judge them, then they find that they fill with blame. They have to have the need for the punishment today. They're cleaning out the hearts of emotional poison. And that we have when we free our minds from any judgment, so we can live it to complete the peace, complete the love. The day we feel very special because we open with the hearts like we love again. We can teach the other, I love you, I love you, without any fear. I really mean it. The day we offer ourselves to have our voices, use our eyes and our hands, and we enjoy it and share ourselves in communion of love in you. It's easy cause you're beautiful. I am thankful to my creator. Help us to be just like you are. Thank you for everything we receive this day, especially for the freedom to be what we are. Amen. That's the prayer for love. Now that was the prayer for freedom. Let's go beyond. We're gonna share a beautiful dream, a dream you will have of everything. There's dreams in the middle of a beautiful day. You hear the birds, the wind, the river and the stream. You walk towards it at the edge of the river. There's an old man in meditation. You see his head is in contemplation, but you see beautiful light and it's all around his face. And it's like you notice your presence. He opens his eyes and he's kind of full with love and a smile. And you ask him, is he able to radiate all the beautiful light? You ask him, can he teach you what he's doing? He says, well, that many years ago, someone asked me the same question. My teacher opened his chest and he took out his heart. He took a beautiful flame from the start of his heart, opened my chest. He opened it up and put the flame back within. He put the heart back in my chest as soon as it was back inside me. I felt the intense love because of the flame. Put my heart in it his own way, their own love. The old flame grew in my heart. It became a fire that burned to purify everything that it touches, and the fire that it touched was one of the cells of the body that is loved. And I became like my body was with the love, and that it grew even more, and it touched like the fire was emotions of the love, motions of the transform. So strong and intense, I be loving myself completely, unconditionally. But the fire kept burning, I had to have the need to share my love. I decided to put a little piece of my love in the tree, and the trees loved me back, and I became one of the tree's leaves. But my love didn't stop. It grew more and more and more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and more and more. Here we go. Okay, great. I put one piece of love, it became one, and I feel the love of every flower in the grass, in the earth, and the love came back and became one, and I love more, cause the love is like every animal. I love them on the world. That includes humans, all the boys and the girls. I respond to the love and they love me back. We became one with my love and I laughed. Love is growing. I put a piece of my love in the crystal. Dude, whoa, the dark crystal? No, bro, this is the part where we're just doing the good stuff, okay, dude? And every stone in the ground, in the dirt, in the metals, I love them. They love me back, they became one here on the earth with me, dude. And I decided to make it the love in the water, in the oceans, in the river, in the rain, in the snow. Now they love me back, and I was the one with them all, in the God of them all, and it grew even more. I decided to give it like my love in the air, to the wind, to the strong of communion with the earth, with the wind, with of my love and every star, the moon's above. They loved me back, I became one with the moon and the sun and the stars, and the love keep growing, and soon I could feel little pieces of my love in every human being. I became a whole of humanity wherever I go, whoever I meet, I see their eyes and they're filled with love, cause I love you. And this is the old man, opens his chest, he takes out his heart with a beautiful flame, and he goes to rest, cause he puts it back, and love is growing inside. Now you're the one with the wind, water, and the stars, and the nature, and the animals, and the humans, and you love them all. Every part of your soul just knows that the light emanating from the flame in your heart that the guy put in there, dude. The master put the flame in your heart. Your head shines, beautiful with light, all the different colors that you radiate with glow. You love in your prayer, here we go. Thank your creator of the universe for the gift of your life that you've given. All of us will survive by giving everything that you ever truly needed, right? Thank you for the opportunity to experience this beautiful body and the wonderful mind. Thank you for living inside with all your love, with the pure, boundless spirit, with your warm, radiant light. Thank you for my impeccable words inside, for using my heart to share your love wherever I go, below or above. I love the way you are, because I am your creation. I love myself the way that I am. Help me to keep the love and the peace in my heart, to make that love a new way of the life. I may live in love for the rest of my life. Amen, amen, amen. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to do this freestyle and translate the Book of Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Thank you, Jesus. In your name, I say amen. Blessed are every woman and man who can hear this. I love you. I'll bust it out for y'all. Represent her. Yo, I bust that, I flow that, I reconcile with that. I hear the whole thing, you'll turn the dials back down. Then I get to love you forever with the 4 agreements, baby. I love you, yes I love you, each and every part of you.